Hello, hello. How are you, chat?
Hi.
Lovely to see you all. How exciting. We have 6 screens filled. Look at this. This is
Yes.
fantastic. It's been a while.
Ta-da!
Nice, nice.
That was
Zen Bear, nice to catch you tonight. Burroff, how are you? Gonna pop through and just fix up the last of these name tags here.
as Zenblade said sound exclamation point.
Is anything not coming through? Or is it the keyboard?
I think it's the keyboard.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can't hear. I can't. Yeah, I can't hear very much over the keyboard.
Okay. Neat. Um, uh,
I'll mute while I'm typing. Sorry. I think that might be me.
oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Sarah. No worries. Yeah. So we are back. We are back, and things are just, ooh, always interesting here at this camp. Let's see. Thanks. There's Ashavar. Yay! This is so exciting. Um, we got the whole crew here tonight. Thrilled to be hanging out with y'all.
Yay.
Good. Nice, nice. All right.
We send a tweet.
You need me
uh,
to set the tweet, Dan?
it's all set. I was so well
Okay.
behaved. I got everything ready like 9:15 somehow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, except for the
So
props
good.
that I might need tonight. I have to scramble last minute for those. Okay, here we go. So, as most of you know, our crew is undercover at the United Aviation Federation intelligence base. Now, they usually use a different base for training, but oopsie, so that a terrible accident happened here and blew up a few buildings. So weird. So they're holding camp here at their main actual intelligence base, where our crew again has been given new identities and set up as cadets for their 1 week training, along with I think it was like 3.5 dozen other cadets. There's also some junior officers there, like Grundy, but the rest of our crew has cadet rank. The pirates were like, here, this person also owes us, and we'll be doing a slightly different mission there, but assisting you if you need it, and vice versa, and introduced the party to Grundy, who's in the same bind as the party, here owing the pirates, for being under their wing. Um, and let's see. Okay, so we've had some training so far. A lot of analytics training the first day. We've had some, what do you call it? Disguise work, disguise classes. A little bit about being tailed. A lot of, just some general spycraft stuff. Um, a few heart-to-heart moments with your troop commander between first Breelith when she refused to sit down at the table with everyone else at lunch and would sit on the floor. She ran the brutal obstacle course 3 times, and had a bonding moment with the troop commander after. And then when Liazana, and her kind, sweet soul, went to share some food with Breelith on like day 3, I believe it was, where there was limited food. Maybe it was day 2, limited food. Day 1, copious amounts of food. Day 2, hardly a bite. Everything's kind of liquidy, and low in quantity, intentionally. And surveillance is everywhere. They said it since you landed, and sure enough, they somehow knew that this transpired, even though no one seemed to witness it. Oh, another heart-to-heart talk between the troop commander and this time Liazana and Breelith. And we'll see where things go. They've warned a number of times that you can fail tests here. You can fail at following directions like this, and 3 failures, and you're sent back to whatever base it says in your papers. which of course would be extra bad for a party as they would be shipped off
Womp womp.
to with fake papers to a base. So the stakes are high. Stakes are high. Everyone's playing it extra cool to get this info and get out, but you know, it's looking like it's going to take some time to learn the lay, get a lay of the land, the people, and we're getting there. We're getting there.
Dennis Dare snuck off the ship.
Yes, yeah, awesome. Yeah, this year went to a after hours party to try and make some connections, see who else was you know of that personage where they're okay breaking some rules and having some fun. And made it successfully back to bed as well. Uh, Witnessing a couple of the other people getting caught. um, Early on, Sinister was found to have a sending stone and played it off very cool, like an ill family member. And a corporal said I could have it and named Grundy's fictitious name as the group. So one of the intelligence officers, a higher ranking one, had called Grundy into the intelligence building and made him sit there for like 3 hours. Then came in, asked him some questions, and oh, okay, all right, very good, and sent him off. Well, at the end of analytics class, Grundy was running a bit late from some other, I think it was Grundy anyway, from having to do some other things. And then finishing analytics on his way to the analytics class, he was called down the hall in another classroom. And who should be sitting there but that same intelligence officer, Sergeant First Class Ranticor, ready to ask more questions. And I think we'll kind of jump in here. Oh, I should mention last night, everyone except Liazana ended up with 1 point of exhaustion because they woke you up about 4.5 hours after you went to bed. So if you require the 8 hours, then you'll have 1 point. Okay. All right. I'm done rambling on about all that. I'm sure you all know that pretty well. Ashavar, just as a heads up, I was doing rolls for you. Some were terrible, some were really good. Currently, you have 1 point in disguise because you can learn things here too, and I believe you already have proficiency with the disguise kit. But this is something that's adding on to your existing skills. So I have you marked down as disguise 1 point. If you want to write that down somewhere, I might say that over, over the session, like, hey, put 1 point in this skill or that, and when we leave, I'll tally everyone's points and let you know what you get for those things. As it's a mystery.
Gotcha.
So, all right. Well, y'all wake up. Sorry, now you won't wake up. It's the end of the day. And Grundy, you've been called in. The stupid tea tray is there with that terrible tea. Well, been waiting. It's good to see you again, Corporal Darkdraft. Proceed. Just had a couple follow-up questions. Pushes the chair out on the other side of the table with his foot. Where's some tea? Are you just sitting down?
Yeah, I'm just gonna sit down and grab some of that horrid tea.
Nice. um, let me see. I have to check something super fast. I'm so sorry, Grundy. Shame on me for not having no. I don't remember this. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. As you pull up a seat, can I have you please make a charisma saving throw?
Where's my saving? Oh God, got a -1. Ah, got a
oh,
DOS.
a 2?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll with my actual dice next time.
Okay.
I don't know why I changed.
Okay. I'm sorry, Lil. Can you please their timer's going off. Can you just get them set for bed? Careful of the camera. Thanks. Panic. Sorry. You don't have a lot of room and sorry, Lily, thank you so much. Let them know I'll come and give them like a nice kiss and hug. They give me the stink eye and left. She's teasing, but brutal. Okay, let's see. Yeah, all right. So you pulled the seat. So I'm gonna let you, the player, know that for the time being, while sitting here, you cannot deliberately lie. Now, that doesn't mean you have to speak the truth. You just can't lie. So, it's still troublesome, obviously, because they're like, what about this? And you just don't answer. So you can't lie, and that includes, deception. You can omit information. And that's sort of where those boundaries are. Okay. Whether... Oh, no, I'm sorry. As you sit down, those rules apply, but you know it. You feel it. You feel that compulsion to be like,
Can I use your bathroom?
yes, Katie. Obviously. Love you. Oh, I love you too, sweet. And thank you.
So precious.
I know, little leavesy. um, but you're aware that it's magical, and you feel that compulsion, and so you're aware that the guidelines. Mhm. Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm glad that you arrived when you did. I just wanted to revisit some of the facts. Our earlier discussion. You understand intelligence base, a lot of sensitive information here, and we have to be thorough. We just have some concerns over validity. Uh, we followed up a little bit. Cadet Keenseeker. Getting confirmations back, but they're just taking a little long. I'd like to.
Understandable.
Move some things around, line some things up on the desk, and spoons and everything's on the tray, just very organized. Um, now this Cadet Keenseeker, did they how long did they serve under you before coming here as a cadet, of course? Can you come here?
To be quite honest, not sure.
Help me out a little bit. Give me a hug, okay? Sorry. Awkwardly, a child comes and says, "Oh."
It's like, what the? Does she have clearance?
Yeah, that's my boss. Uh, um, I'm so sorry. What were you saying, Grundy?
No. Yeah, to be quite honest,
Mhm.
I'm not sure. A lot of cadets pass through the bases, as you know.
Okay, yeah, that feels like that could be right. You don't know since it wasn't a real okay. Mm. And you're familiar with the proper protocol. I ask again why you informed the cadet that they could bring the items.
I was told it was a matter of life and death.
So that you won't be able to say because that one's a fabrication.
Hmm. Ah, sips my tea.
Nice. Perfect. He's quite lovely today. So bitter.
He makes Grundy makes a slight face, but like
Mm.
kind of lets it go back down.
Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, is it just us here?
Yes. Hmm.
Well, to be honest with you,
Hmm.
I actually don't remember saying it, but I have a policy on base where if I see that a cadet needs something, I will back them up on it no matter what, because we joined up together. We are all in this together.
I like that. I'll see you word it in a way without the cadets to still be truthful because I really like that. It's perfect. Well, that's a lot of integrity. Do you have any concerns over this cadet's behavior? In your interactions
Well,
since arriving?
I feel like they do need a little bit more discipline, but I see a lot of potential.
Oh, that's good to know. Did the two of you take the journey here together? Very from your base.
Well, we disembarked together, yes.
Oh, good. Well, I think I've taken up enough of your time. Appreciate you. We'll look a bit further into Cadet Keenseeker if you notice anything while here.
You'll be the first to know.
Well,
Um,
please.
on the topic of being honesty,
Yes.
I could make some recommendations about the tea.
Terrible.
I can't. I'm sitting here. I can't lie, so I gotta say it.
Nice, nice. Ah,
Yeah.
please.
They've steeped it too hot and too long. It honestly smells like feet. It's not the worst I've had, but it's pretty bad, and I don't think a man of your caliber should be drinking this.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I was trying to be polite before, but yes.
Well, I appreciate polite. More so, even I appreciate honesty. Make sure we get the good stuff. We find ourselves here again.
Hmm.
Please, and he kind of gestures over to the door, as though you can.
Okay, I stand up, push the chair back in, salute, and about face, and walk out of there.
One more question.
Well, I stop at the doorway and look over. Yes, sir.
I knew a dark draft some time ago. Do you have any family in the UAF?
I've been away from home for so long, and I'm not sure who's left. And pretty much kept we my part of the family pretty much kept to themselves. So I'm not sure if I would have any.
All right. Thank you, Corporal.
Thank you, sir. Salute again.
Your analytics classes, be the tail end of it, but it's across, across the hallway to the left there, diagonally. And I think you show up towards the end while everyone else was there and having done their roles and such. Oh, excuse me. So you probably won't have enough time to go through and do a roll tonight. However, this is that day where there's been almost no food whatsoever. All that liquidy stuff, very little in quantity. And find where we are here.
Yeah.
Well, no.
A rather orcish growl escapes my belly. Analyze that second day. So this is day 3 that we're in. I'm just gonna make a note of that so I don't forget again. Day 3. And it's towards the end. This analytics class goes until like almost 11 o'clock at night. No break for dinner. So you've had a little tiny bit of lunch. I don't think we had any breakfast. If so, it was just the same. And getting out at 11. You're excused by your teacher for this class. Yeah, Alphalos Woodleaf. And your troop commander arrives and starts barking, directions, orders. Get to the mess hall. There's 10 minutes to eat before end of day. And that's including the walk over. So it takes about 5 minutes to get there. Does anyone want a double time, or is anyone just doing the regular walk? Does everyone know?
Zia would be sprinting, like full on, just as fast as possible. Just
I'm trying to maintain some decorum, even if I'm just a junior officer, but I'm walking a little bit faster because I'm starving and trying not to tell too much of a truth. Took a lot.
Nice. Okay.
Are Liaison and Brayla still having to do the obstacle course?
No, I think you two finished. I think we did the rolls. You two finished, and I'm gonna say
Yeah,
you
we
ended
did.
up back at the at the analytics class with everyone else.
I mean, I wouldn't call that an obstacle, Brayla.
We finished at the same time.
This
Anyway.
stairs hung over and it's probably hot, like
Oh,
really sticky hot.
yeah.
And he's just trying to maybe like he's trying not to seem like he's dehydrated and tired and all that. So he's gonna try and see if he can find Ashavar or Liazada or somebody like
Okay.
that he can kind of somehow spill the beans of what he found the night before, but also I'm kind of concerned about Ashavar because I want to see if Ashavar's sweating or like really sticky or hot, considering.
So you'll see Ashavar. And Ashavar, you'll see Sinister. It's super humid and hot, just like the other days here. Probably around 110 Fahrenheit. And just humid blankets, wet blankets on you. But Ashavar, how are you looking after analytics class? Oh, sorry, you're muted, I think.
So I'm going to ask first before I do this. During analytics class, once I get out into the really, really, really hot heat, I was wondering if I could use one of my frost cantrips to try and cool myself down. In which case, I would use a sorcery point to do the subtle spell, so I wouldn't be using any verbal or somatic components.
Nice. Absolutely. I would just ask that you do a sleight of hand check for
Okay.
me, if you would. If you're trying to do it, I mean, this is very low DC because you're doing it subtly, and it's just the fact that there's all of the
4.
Okay. Still, to anyone around you, like no one turns their head or anything, and you're able to just kind of walk through like the mist tents at Disney or something. It's like just a little chilly atmosphere you step through.
So I would be looking like, overheated possibly, but not, dying.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. It's takes the edge off for now.
Yeah.
So that's what you see, Sinister. A moderately refreshed Ashmar.
I'm gonna try and meander. Are you running, or I'm gonna try and keep pace with Ashmar?
I am kind of power walking a little bit, like.
Okay, I'll do that too, and try to do it like I haven't been drinking the night before. Oh, hello. Hello. How y'all doing?
I forgot. Yeah, Ashmar. I mean, Sinister comes up and starts talking to you like that. I mean, obviously everyone's keeping their identities secret and stuff, so it's as though you've met for the first time. It's definitely a different.
Hi, I'm Zane Keenseeker. How to do?
Do you respond at all, Ashavar? That's Sinister coming up to you.
Oh, sorry. Could you repeat what you said?
How to do? These they're trying to test us with all this starving us and going to the classes, and then he's just like, hopefully you can like mind meld. I know. Like,
seems that way.
oh, it's hot out here.
They certainly built this place in a location that tends to wear down the psyche.
Yeah, it's just a little bit. I hope we get more food today. More than they gave us last time, and I am very tired. I didn't get much sleep.
Yeah.
These classes are something else. It's like
they are. I've never understood the logic behind forcing people to the edge of their capabilities to make them stronger, but you gotta do what you gotta do to get by, and
you're a part of an institution, and mindlessness and follow. They just want to wear you down, so you don't even have to question it. And then he's like the eyes are like, please do your mind thing.
You can do an insight check, Ashfar, if you want to like pick up what Sinister is laying down. Sinister, I'll have you do a performance check, which should be pretty good for Sinister, I think.
Oh god.
To like sell the the notion.
Okay. Oh no. 15.
Okay, nice. And Ashavar, what'd you get on insight?
Insight. Am I good at that? No. Yes, I am good at that.
Yay!
Cool. That is a 23.
Oh, yeah. You totally pick up that Sinister's like, please send me a telepathic message so I can reply.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she fixes her Kaleshtar telepathy, so she can talk to Sinister. Sinister can talk to her.
Right, and it's not magical, right? It's like your own little racial thing, right?
It's a racial trait.
Oh, okay, God, yes.
Hmm.
Oh, oh, thank goodness. Oh, how are you?
Holding up, okay, I guess.
I snuck out last night. It was so dope. And I went to a party and I was able to look all around here. And it's like all this going on. There's like two troops going this way at night and then they double back. And then there's a bill. He starts laying out all the things that he was able in this secret stash and all that. And how, there's this another building that you don't really see and a back entrance and the two guards at that building, I remember something like that. He lays it all down. But I'm hella hungover. Uh,
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
did you find it? I mean, this place is painful and boring and not enough parties and things. And I may have actually well, in analytics class, I got like extra points for talking about an orphanage, and I think they're gonna go ahead and raid that orphanage in the future. So hopefully, if we get this mission done, we can go and stop that. But we gotta get a move on and find the mole and other things. And I don't know how to talk to everybody else.
Right? Why the heck would you raid an orphanage? People.
I don't know, but I accidentally told on him somehow. It got me extra points in class. Sorry about it. Not sorry, but I'm telling you now.
Okay. Whatever. Let's get the job done and get out of this stupid heat and this stupid military.
It's so stupid. Not enough booze.
How much I hate the military.
I don't like it either, but I had to go into that whole industrialized thing. I'm actually commander grade, but whatever. I don't care. Let's go.
Okay, you two kind of arrive at the mess hall by now, sort of playing it cool after that initial interaction, just like walking, close enough for the telepathy to work. Let's see, and Brelith and Lisan, you also would have been in analytics at the tail end there. So are you two hustling over to the cafeteria, the mess hall, or taking? You're going to be pretty tired, but if you want to try and hustle, you can.
Can I roll to see how tired I am?
I'll say you're with the rolls you did earlier in the obstacle course. You're pretty tired. Like it's hard. Like your muscles really ache as you're lifting each leg. But if you want to try and hustle through that, like food, let me get there. You can do an athletics check to like try and see if you can push through that. If you get higher than a 12, you can do a good hustle over there. Same for Brelith if you want to.
Sorry.
What do you need to roll again? To hustle?
Athletics. Sorry, what'd you get, Lisanna?
A whole 5.
Oh, okay. You take that first step and oh, gee. It was right down in pace, yeah. And Brelith?
I used a lucky, which I think is my first one
Okay.
today. That will give me 15.
Okay, so you would be able to hustle. You both take off together, and after like 20 seconds, Brelith, you're like, wait, where's Lisanna? And you see her, maybe like 50 feet behind you, just like.
And the heat doesn't help either.
Brelith would slow down to walk with Lisanna. So whatever pace Lisanna is doing, Brelith would stay that pace.
Excellent. Okay. Zia, you're the first. There's a couple people almost at the door, but just you.
I'm just gonna like literally move.
Oh, and they do. They do. They don't question. And you get in there, you got your tray, you're at the counter where you get food, okay.
and we are just taking and swooping it all on as much as possible.
Nice.
And then just comically piling it up like a cartoon, just as high up as it'll go.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, as soon as you open the doors, yeah, it's again all this humid and sticky weather, and there's the smell of there's pine trees here, the sap, and everything else in the air. But you, even as you're approaching the doors, oh, food, 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 food. And you open the doors, and it just washes over you. Burgers and steak and fish and fried veggies and all sorts of different goodies and treats. Very well-rounded meal, stews. There's all sorts of things that you can smell, and they load your tray up as much as you're willing to take. So you get first dibs.
Oh yeah, we're easily getting like 6, 7 feet of food
Nice. It's
piled high, like to the point where it's difficult to balance.
amazing. Awesome. You find whatever spot you want and plop down and start digging in. It is amazing.
And it is shoveled as fast as possible because we only have like what, like 5 minutes? Like
Yeah, you've got about 8 minutes to eat because you hustled. I'll say Grundy, as you arrive, you've got about 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes, because you were walking at a fast pace. You're next. Sinister and Ashafar, you two arrive with about 5 minutes left to eat. Brelith and Liazana get there with about 3.5 minutes to eat. And you've got to wait in line for your food. So, whew, you get through Zia, you are full. You eat as much as you can in that 8 minutes. Yeah, manja. Grundy, you get a pretty good amount of food and are able to like just pack down what's important. It becomes a science. It's like what can I get in my stomach to process and give me energy, and what's going to go down the easiest and fastest. So
And
you're
what will wash away the taste of the tea?
yeah, get that washed out. Since you're Ashvar, same thing. You're able to get an adequate amount of food. Liazana, you know what? Liazana and Brelith, make a fresh athletics check to see like how you can like jam the food in your mouth in an athletic manner.
Well, I totally missed my dice tower, but I'm gonna keep that roll if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a 15 for Brelith.
Brelith, okay, was it 15?
Mhm.
Okay, and
I got a
Liazana?
19.
Nice. Okay. All right. So it's like 3 minutes to eat, but you managed to do a really good job. You pick the foods that are tasty and filling, and have your different food categories, but are like soft and you can chew and swallow quickly. You're able to get food satisfied. Right?
Nice.
Okay. So time is rapidly up. Your commander opens up. The troop commander opens the double doors. Well, all right. That's time. Everybody put your utensils down. Looks around to see like if anyone lags on that. Does everyone put their utensils down when he comes in? Calls for it.
As soon as I heard the door open, it was down.
Nice. Okay. Brelith, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Grundy?
Very, very reluctantly.
I'd put my utensil down, but wait until he finished his sentence.
Nice. Okay. Grundy, you put yours down? Okay. Liazana? Okay. And Zia, you're done. I mean, you're a pro at eating all that 6 feet of food. But do you
I
put
feel like it was still like in her hand,
your
but also being held in her mouth. So she like puts her hand down and it's still in her mouth. So she tries to hide it in her mouth.
Okay.
So she's just got a full fork.
One of the cadets next to you kind of nudges you like
Oh, and then at that point, just full on spits it out into the person directly across from her.
Nice.
It's gonna look down at the mess.
Maybe narrowly almost stabs them.
Nice. Awesome. You found that even though you picked your seat first, the average people followed you now. You're, and us
I
sat
am the
around
leader.
you.
The leader of the averages.
Yes, yeah. Amazing.
Together, we will become more average than ever.
We will average
Follow-
everyone.
Follow me or don't in a 50-50 manner. Like,
Let's do that. I love that. Seeing that everyone else, the other cadets and corporals and stuff, lay their food utensils down as well. All right. Well, you've all had a very long day. Whew. Haven't had much to eat, and I recognize that. Been put through the ringer, had to do that course, do all your analytics, and all other courses as well, trainings. This is what, and he's sort of pacing back and forth in the front of the cafeteria. It's like a 20-foot or 15-foot space between where all the rows of tables start and like the cafeteria counter. This is what it can be like out in the field. You have to be ever vigilant. You might not have a full tummy, he rubs his belly. You might not have much energy in the day, but if you slip up, that's it. It's not just it for you, but any asset you may have turned, and most of the intelligence that you've gathered. And most of these criminals, pirates, they will burn every bridge from you back to them. That's a lot of innocent people. What's worse, and what you really need to learn to prepare for, is that some days, just when you think it's over, it's not. And he turns to walk back towards the door quietly. And just when he's 5 feet from the door, still not looking, just walking out the door, I'll see you all back at the course in 10 minutes. And walks out the doors, and the MPs close it. And then, as the doors close, cadets, the moaning cadets, sounds fall over the cafeteria. He's called you all back to the obstacle course in 10 minutes time. Anything you want to do between now and then?
so Zia's gonna rally the averages to get there in the middle of the pack as much as possible.
And they're so into it. They're into it the average amount that one could be into that. Like, yeah, well, yeah. All right. Awesome.
Liaison is going to stand up
mm,
almost immediately and kind of, I'd imagine she probably would have been sitting next to Relith again if she could,
Yeah.
and kind of nudge her and say, come on, let's go. Don't want to get in trouble again.
Okay. Brilith will stand with Liasana and go with her.
Okay. Ashavar?
Akbar would be heading to the obstacle course, kind of trying to. I kind of like Zia, like staying sort of in the middle of everybody, like not trying to look too eager, but also not trying to look like, nah, I don't want to be here, blah blah blah.
Nice.
Sort of middle of the road, just stay under the radar type thing.
Okay. All right, very good. Let's see, that's
Ashavar here, Sinister. Yeah, I know we gotta stay with our crowd, but I'm glad that we hooked this thing up so we can get this get out of here as soon as possible. The outfits are terrible. The heat is bad for my hair. It's sandy in places I don't want it to be. I'm just ready to go. And then he just goes up to John Arrows and all the gung-ho popular, like,
Yeah.
those dudes,
Mhm.
like, that are way too into this place.
They're like in a brisk jog up the front.
Yeah, he's like, he just takes one groan, like, ugh, and then he goes and joins them up.
Force it is there. This is a nightmare.
This is a terrible place.
Nice. And Grundy?
Yeah, I guess before I head out, I take a really long, big stretch because I imagine for my frame, these seats are not big enough.
No.
You know, big guy in a little chair.
Yeah. They cut into your hamstrings and stuff. Yeah. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. So just big stretch,
Okay.
kind of like a little bit of the orc comes out and like growls because it feels good to stretch,
Nice.
and and then just straighten up the uniform, march out.
Okay. Right. So everyone gets there around we'll say 10:30 in total after, analytics this and then getting out to within 10 minutes again up there. And the 3-hour obstacle course begins. Can I please I'm gonna ask everyone to do an athletics check. Yes, it'll just be a straight athletics check. It's gonna be at disadvantage because well, it's gonna be a disadvantage for Liazana because you've had to do this already today and you're done. It'll be a disadvantage for everyone else because of exhaustion. And then I'll go around and ask each person for their result. Breelitz, what'd you get?
It's a 4.
A 4? Okay, so sorry. The old poker face. A 4? Danny?
Yeah, I can't remember if I've used my other luckies today, so I'm just gonna say that I did. So.
All right, a 4. Okay. It's gonna take you 4 hours, Breelith, to complete this. Is below a 5.
Is visibly not doing well.
Oh, it's low on food. It's hot and muggy and sweaty, and you just ate. You just shoved a bunch of food, and now it's like and go exercise. I'll check in with Liaison a bit then. Grundy, what'd you get? Sorry. Just as you try and take a drink.
Taking a sip of actual good tea.
Yay!
I got a 13.
13. Okay, you complete it in the 3 hours. I mean, you can't help but be winded with this. It's like a ninja warrior obstacle course kind of thing for 3 hours. However,
Not designed for somebody my height.
Yeah, I know it's extra difficult. Easier in some spots, more difficult in others. Wavy Lines, thank you for the raid. Hi, Wavy.
Hey, Raiders.
Thank you for the raid. Nice to have you here. Okay, so you're sore and a little tiny bit winded, but it only takes you a few minutes to recover your breath, Grundy. And you're good to move on. Sinister?
Got an 11.
Okay, it's just over. It's maybe like 3 hours, 20 minutes, somewhere around there.
You
But
know how like you get the wine burps?
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nice. Yep. Yep. You're winded and just exhausted. This is too much. This is ridiculous.
When is this day going to end?
Okay. Oop, Ashfar's up. So Liazana?
I want you to know that if it wasn't for disadvantage, I actually would have rolled well.
Oh,
And because of
no.
disadvantage, I rolled a natural 1. So that turns into a 4.
4. Oh, how sweet though. 4 like breatheth. Oh. Okay, yeah.
I am absolutely. She's trying to hide it and doing a very good job, very bad job of hiding like how much she's suffering right now.
It's all for Lisanna. Okay, yeah. It takes her 4 hours just like Breelith, and yeah, exactly that. Your very core. You need sleep, rest. Up to you, because I don't like pulling away trances and stuff. But I mean, you at a minimum need your trance, but your body's aching as
At
well.
a very minimum. I don't know. She might need a full 8 hours tonight.
Ashavar, how about you?
With disadvantage, I got a natural one as well,
Oh,
and I have no bonuses, so it is a 1.
oh my gosh.
Wow.
4 hours, 3 hours goes by. 4 hours goes by. 4.5, almost 5 hours goes by, and there's people that wait to make sure everyone makes it, and a small little search party goes out to find out where you are in the course. Like, Ashavar didn't report in, and they find you like you're done. You were like, the food. You immediately started like cramping because of the food, and you got like most of the way through the course to your credit, but like a half an hour, what would have been a half an hour back, on the course, you're just there's a wall. You've tried several times to climb up the rope on this wall, and your arms are just not hearing it at this point in the course. It's just been too much, and you're just like leaning up back kind of against the wall in the muddy area, like trying to recover. Yeah. All right. And of course, they don't let you just like walk back. A medic checks you, and you're sufficient. They kind of give you some assistance but make you finish a course. There's like 5.5 hours on the course. So that would be 4 a.m. for you when you're heading to the barracks. They do every
Point of exhaustion, aren't I?
oh. Awesome. I mean, they're supportive, people, the MPs and stuff that are here, and those that are, helping, but like supportive, like, get it, you got this, in a yelly way. Zia, what'd you get?
I got a 16.
Oh, okay, nice. So you finished the course in, maybe 2.5 hours, 2 hours, 40 minutes or so, a little bit fast. Man, that food was delicious. No problem
If
digesting.
it's a little too fast, she'll probably slow down a little bit, like purposefully.
That's amazing.
You got to keep the crew together. You got to keep the crew together.
Right. And like clockwork, the averages all pass like almost on the nose, but it's parsed out, but it averages out to 3 hours.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's
That's
a
what it's
phenomenon.
about.
That's amazing. I love that you're actualizing this. That's so great. Excuse me. So everyone heads to bed at their assorted times. Let's see, the fastest would have been 3 hours. You started
So
at
would
10:30,
Sinister
10:30,
come in with the
1:30.
averages?
You would be like just 20 minutes after them.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So
That's a special kind of pain then.
oh yeah. Yep. So Zia, sorry, it's 3 hours. So 1:30 for you is when you're excused to the barracks. 1:30 a.m. I think everyone else was sort of in the 3.5 or 3 hours 20 minutes for Sinister, so 1:50, and it's all right around then, except for, of course, Ashavar, poor Ashavar. 2:30 for Liaison and Brigless. Ashavar is another hour and a half after that, so 4 a.m. And they do help you. They, will take you and let you rest, like kind of like this, and help carry you on either side of these to the barracks once you're done. And you actually get a big like rally of applause when you finish, because they're kind of making you finish, and you're like, oh, we're like, yeah, a bunch of people, kind of waited behind to make sure you got through and you're on. Can I have everyone make a perception check on your respective ways back to the barracks, please?
With disadvantage or nah?
Oh, that's a good call. Thank you.
What time of day?
It's like 1 a.m.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's night, but
All
it is
right.
disadvantaged because of the exhaustion. It is an ability check, so.
Okay.
Lizana, you'll be able to do this one without disadvantage because it's not a physical thing, and you slept with your trance. So nice. Breelith, what you got?
16.
16. Okay. Grundy.
I rolled a 21 and a 20, so 20.
Okay, nice, nice. Sinister?
Because I rolled it in D&D and I was like, oh, it's at disadvantage. Let me see.
Hmm.
No,
Hmm.
8.
Oh, okay. Bummer. Ashavar? Mhm.
13. 13.
13? Okay. All right. Liazana?
Dirty 20.
Okay. All right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And Zia? If it's a 10, I'm going to
Seven.
lose it. Okay.
17.
17. Nice, nice. Okay. All right. So with that, DC's 20. So Grundy and Liazana at different occasions, different times, you see something a little bit interesting. I'm gonna send it to you in whisper format through Zoom here as I can. I'm a terrible multitasker, but I will send that to you. You just happen to spot something back. All right. Otherwise, it's bedtime. What was it? 4 a.m. was the latest with Ashavar. Oh, gosh, that really sucks. Okay, 4:30 a.m. Rise and shine, people. Let's go. Let's go. Uh, again, cutting short anyone's ability to get a full night's rest.
Was I able to do 4 hours?
Let's see. It was 4:30. So if you went to bed 1:30, actually, I think you just missed it by those 20 minutes. Yeah, you would have missed it just by 20 minutes. I woke up before the alarm. It was so close.
I hate this place. I hate this place.
Up we go, up we go, up we go today. We start off the day by doing some cleaning. Now you can pick up your assignments. You can volunteer, or I can volunteer you for the job. Head on up here to the board. Right, come on up, and you've got a bunch of
Can I
things.
mop? I have a mop. Can I mop?
Absolutely.
It's from the very first ship that we ever on. I still have it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You come on up
Yes.
to the mopping crew here. You'll be let's see your scores here so far. And consults his DM panel. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, you'll be over in the interrogation wing of the intelligence building, sweeping up today. And all right, who do we have for latrine duty? Who's gonna volunteer?
Ah. And like Zia will be like, "Ah, Nang, could have had latrine duty." And walking off.
Nice. You go with like a crew of like 5 other people or so, and latrine duty. Oh, and like gives a nod of approval, like, oh, all right, cadet. Good on you. Good on you. Now I'm gonna have you over in the command center here. Starting there, you're gonna make rounds through all the buildings. Of course, make sure that you cross your T's and dot your I's as you're heading through there. Follow protocol given to you in each building. It's different from building to building. And make sure you don't step on anything you're not supposed to, going anywhere you're not supposed to, and such. Little measured discipline.
Okay.
Proud of you. Gives you like a
Oh.
pat with a clipboard in your arm. Yeah, latrine duty as well.
Yeah. She had obviously hesitated and decided to go for it.
Nice. Very well. You'll be right over there with them, and he separates you two. Like he's in classic I'm so sorry. Dan doesn't want to, but I'm positive your commander would. And you're over there, and you'll be working the other way back, meeting in the middle. All right, and then he's got like some food prep. I think there's like outdoor cleanup and food prep in case anyone has a. Do you have a preference between those, Grundy?
I'll take. I guess outdoor would include windows.
Yeah, it's more like groundskeeping, so like trimming grass,
Nature. I
shrubs.
can take it.
Okay, cool. Sinister, do you have a preference between that and food prep?
Where are all the popular kids going?
I'm gonna say at least what's his name there is going for food prep.
John Arrows.
John Eros. Oh, that asshole.
That asshole. John Arrows.
His name. Oh, so great. Yeah, they're doing food prep.
I'm gonna follow over to food prep with John Arrows, but
Ooh.
before I go, I turned to Ashbar. I was like, all right, it's your job to tell everybody what I told you, and hopefully we can coordinate information that we've found out about this place. I'm gonna go get some tomatoes or something.
You know, I gotta be within 30 feet, but I'll do my best.
Oh goodness.
Which
Ashbar will volunteer to go with Grundy to do gardening or
Okay.
whatever
nice.
outdoor stuff.
Okay. Right, so there's sort of mundane tasks of the morning. Of course, you'll all now have a second point of exhaustion. So you still have disadvantage on ability checks. Your speed is now halved. You like it's the ache, that raw ache in your muscles. Oh my gosh, it feels like there's like bowling ball in your hams in your quads, and just oh my gosh, it's knotted up so bad. Okay. Off we go with morning business. Now I'm going to take a quick second here and just get this info out to, let's see, it was Grundy and Liazana, I think, right? All right. And I'll just add, it's still a secret, but I'm just going to add that it's mainly because it was so dark and just the angle of view that you had. That's sort of the reason. But it's interesting. And Trisha, there is yours. Okay. Just so you two have that knowledge. And so the day begins. You get through all this cleaning. It's about 2.5, 3 hours of about 3 hours of cleanup. Of course, it's whatever 4 o'clock in the morning, or 4:30, whatever it was, and so you finish around 7:30. Oh shit, that's giving me like, oh, this physical labor and being up so early. Oh, yeah, and then you're all called to the barracks where there's a very full set of meals. You're given an hour to enjoy your breakfast. Quite the whole spread. It's all very comfy and very tasty, well put together. I am super sorry. I'm gonna be like right back. There's something going on. I just have to check on the kiddos super quick. Sorry. Super fast.
Oh no.
I mean,
Oh,
it
no.
sounds like there is, so I just.
Sure. Hello, chat. Hopefully you're having a good day. Good evening.
We have to talk about this Zia tagline real quick.
Wait.
What?
It sounds like something like Team Rocket-ish.
When evil is strewn across the floor of this world, Zia Ambrosia will be the one to mop it up.
I had fun with that.
Yes.
I kind of think just like in her head, she's been so worried about like the apocalypse and the end of all worlds that the idea of doing something as simple as cleaning a floor is just like weirdly empowering.
To protect the world from devastation.
Conserve
Mop up the spills of our other nation.
salmonella.
Yes.
Influenza does not have its day here.
Ah,
So I'm actually really tempted to just roll with this D20 on my finger, but like it's
Do
kinda
it.
like
how well does it work? Like, I feel like it would be
Uh,
weighted weird if you, depending on the orientation of your
it's
finger.
very precisely made. I think they use lasers to cut everything in,
Ah.
and then they actually give you very precise instructions on how to like grind it so that it moves smoothly. But yeah, well, I got it at a convention. You just spin it and then just got the arrows right there. I got a 4.
Nice.
Oh, rad. That's
That's
so
kinda
cool.
cool.
But I've been rolling with this thing. It's like an inch and a half of D20.
I've got one that's a little bit bigger. It's pretty
Oh.
huge.
Yeah. Mm.
Ah!
Are we comparing D
God.
sizes?
Yes,
Is there like a world record for biggest D20?
I'm
Mm.
sure.
I'm pretty sure there's a huge one somewhere. I mean, these are my D100s.
I know One Shot Questers did a tallest dice tower video.
Okay. R/dice. I'm making the world's largest D20. Okay, well, how big is it? Like, the only comment
so
in the
big.
thread. The only comment in the thread. Did you ever like make it? Like, did this ever happen? Just like a planning thread. That's frustrating. Oh, okay. There
It was
is a
just
Guinness.
left-
There's a Guinness
Hmm?
World Record for world's largest dice collection, which is 35,000.
Like individual dice.
Yeah.
That's some rookie numbers. Got to bump up those numbers.
Yeah. Not even close. Dice World Records. Most dice held between 2 fingers. What?
What?
It's 91 in case you were wondering.
What? How?
I guess it's where you just have your 2.
Oh, I'm thinking like this.
Nah. There's like, let's see, number of dice stacked using an empty Pringles container.
I like watching all the domino videos.
Yes. Yes.
I actually like watching Rube Goldberg machines.
It's kind of that same
Somehow
hit.
it's just it's like so relaxing somehow. Or like when they're following the actual dominoes with the camera.
Mm-hmm. I actually participated in a successful world record attempt back in, I don't remember if it was last year or if it was like the end of 2020, but Black Rifle Coffee did, it was 2020, I think. Black Rifle Coffee did the most amount of coffee drinkers in a Zoom or something like that. And they had to surpass at least 500. And all I know is that we got it. Like, they didn't say what the number was.
That's insane. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and super cool. I feel like, so when I was incoming in my class to the University of Pittsburgh, supposedly we did a world record. It was like the largest image created by like people standing together. So it was literally like you got a card and it was just like stand here. It was like an image of a giant panther. And I'm kind of pissed because like I think we failed.
Oh,
Like I don't think it happened.
Oh no.
So like there's literally footage of it. Like I'll put it in the Zoom chat. But like I don't know if it's in Guinness World Record.
oh, the largest animal image. Gotcha.
Yeah, like one of those like they made it up as like a stunt gig or something.
All right. Sorry. So sorry. Ooh, all sorted.
Everything good?
Yeah. Everyone's okay. It was just it's the whole thing.
Kids.
Ooh, okay. Thank you for your
Siblings.
patience. Yeah. Oh my gosh. All right, and here we are. Right, mundane stuff, crazy, delicious breakfast. Again, if you have any questions about any of that, Trisha or Chris, let me know. But that's kind of something you saw that's outside of, you know, what you've noticed prior to that. This morning, no sign of it. Um,
Okay.
but that early morning. All right, all of that being said, you had this tasty breakfast, and then you brought. Where is this person? You are brought to. Ah, yeah. Oh, we just don't have that. All right, you are brought back to one of those. There's the two buildings that have like Hall A and Hall B for the classrooms. You're all brought to Hall B, but down into the basement. And the basement is this huge open floor plan. It's just um, six cylindrical like pillars of stone that just support the building every 12 feet or so, spaced out evenly. And certain areas that seem to be cross braced above, so that it's almost like a gladiatorial rectangular pit. You walk down, it's not a pit, you walk down like maybe 10 feet down into it. And there are tables lining up on each side of this pit with weapons left and right. And your field commander comes over. All right. Now, I'm sure you're all pretty familiar with weapons in the field. Prior to the joining the UAF, there's plenty of big swords and bats and the like, axes, but you have to roll with what you've got when you're out in the field. Now, there are some weapons that are easier to conceal if need be. Won't hold up under much scrutiny, but if your mission is to get in and get out and protect yourself in the way, it's handy to have one of these. Walks along the table, and there's like 30 different weapons on each set of two tables. It's like a flea market. It's just kind of pushed together. Well, we've got here, and he pulls out this um, standard issue for UAF, of course. This will give you away if you're looking to hide your identity, but if your mission is to get in, get out, maybe procure an asset, you want something like this short grip, short blade, you can hide it inside and slides it in inner loop his jacket. And it's quick and ugly, but this'll keep you safe. Just seems to admire it a little bit. Right. Now, if you're looking for something where you're not, you need a little bit of distance. Well, a pistol's going to be your best friend. Not a weapon orange on the end. It pulls out a little tiny musket, which isn't something that you see frequently here. It's pretty rare to see any pistols or firearms. This might look like you hit someone with it. It's not going to do much damage, but for those of you that came, from most places that don't have any of these, that's goes through like the inner workings of pistol. Now there's some finer that you can bring with you, and pulls out, another weapon off the table. And these will are good for getting out of a tight situation, rope and the like. But it's a little bit obvious to be carrying this around with you. Sometimes you can blend right in if you're looking to just be a timber. Gosh. Boop. A lumberjack. You can have just, I like one of these. They sit nice on the hip, and you just pretend you're out there doing your business, cutting down lumber, but it'll be there. And I go through some more weapons. There's a saber. I went through my prop closet today, so I got all the things out. These are good, but it's going to forecast from out a mile away that you mean business. But these are great weapons, commonly used in get-togethers with the wealthy. You'll find ornamental sabers are very common. Or scimitars, or just a classic curved saber. These last two you'll find in plenty of noble events and such. And they're your best friend. Now I'm going to give you all a little bit of training on these down here. And we'll be working on these. And he points down to the pit, and a couple of the MPs cast a little magic, and training dummies show up. So I'm going to ask each of you if you want to train in a melee weapon or a ranged weapon today, and just let me know. So, Breelith, you like to train in melee or ranged today?
She'd probably pick ranged if she had to pick one.
Okay, ranged. Where's my? There we are. Grundy.
I'm going to go for the curved saber, so melee.
Yeah. Might be way. Ashavar.
That first weapon you showed, was that a dagger or not a dagger?
Let's see. It's like an overdone dagger, but for statistics, it would be a dagger. Yeah.
Okay, she'll pick that one because she's proficient with daggers and that. Not myself.
Okay.
But melee, I guess.
Okay. Nice. Liazana?
She's gonna pick a melee weapon since she's fairly proficient in ranged at this point.
Okay. Nice. And Zia?
I mean, does battle really mean anything unless you've seen the blood of their eyes?
Nice.
Oh my god.
If they can't feel the mop in their face, does it matter? So very clearly, we are going melee 100%. All in.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, Old School RPG, for the sub 24 months.
Oh, thank you.
2 years.
Wow.
Thank you, Old School. Yes.
Nice.
Amazing. Appreciate it. All right, and Sinister, just in case you're there, do you have a preference? We can back if you're not or not around. If you're hearing but not there, that's fine. We can do that later. Okay. All right. So let's see. Melee training is going to be a lot about. Let's see. Breelith, what did you have a particular weapon that you were looking at out of these, or just melee in general?
Oh, it wasn't melee. She was going ranged.
Ranged, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Haha. All right. So can you make an acrobatics check? This is like to the finesse and the dodging and weaving of operating with a melee thing, because they're running you through the course. They don't let you stand there, aim, and shoot. You're running, you're tumbling, they're showing you how to fall so that you don't hurt yourself, and that so you can roll and tumble and get yourself back up and take that shot.
This is a disadvantage, correct?
Oh, it is. Thank you for reminding me.
okay. Still not the best, but probably better than what I do. You just say acrobatics?
Please.
13 was my lowest.
Okay. Okay. Give yourself 1 point in ranged.
Okay.
We'll get back to that again. All right, Grundy. You went with the saber, was it? Or the scimitar? Saber? Okay.
Yep.
Go ahead and make, in this case, it's going to be an athletics check. They talk all about fights when one of the biggest things people forget is the breathing. You will be wiped out and exhausted in minutes if you're not breathing properly with this. And so they walk you through this process of focusing on your breath and dodging and moving and a lot of that stuff as well. So general athletics at disadvantage, unfortunately.
Ooh. Ooh. 6.
Oh no, it's
That's
difficult.
with the +2.
The breathing technique is just so vastly different from just the way you naturally handle like the breathing in and breathing out. They're talking about concepts like the golden line and cycling it through your chakra kind of thing. And you're like, it's just not clicking today. Yeah, sorry, Wendy. Ashavar, you've got that. So athletics for you as well, but at disadvantage. Oh no. Okay. Yep. It's
Wait, do we wash out? Do I wash out now and then? They're like, you're not fit for duty.
nice. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, unfortunately you don't pick anything up. Um mhm, mhm. In this class anyway. But yeah, it's an interesting weapon. It's a bit hardier than a dagger. Um, Still very concealable. So just some, notes for yourself. It's like, okay, this is pretty interesting. Liazana, you were doing the. Is there any particular weapon out of these melee wise that you would gravitate toward?
Like a dagger or short sword or something like that.
We've got this one as sort of a dagger.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So same thing. Athletics, teaching you the breathing at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
You got the tumbling, falling,
s-
breathing process. You don't get.
Oh, I'm
worn
so
out.
mad I have to drop a natural 20. I got a total of 15.
Okay, give yourself 1 point in melee, if you would, in your notes. And Zia, melee. Any particular one of these? Maybe the long-handled axe. It's the closest to a mop I can think of. But
So I see it's just gonna be back there, like as everybody else is trying to do it. Very much like being like, okay, what are the most people grabbing?
a
And
lot.
let's just say a lot of people are going for the axe.
Okay.
And definitely the lumberjack one. 100%. She's like never used an axe before, so she's trying to like wing it around and then just drops it. Like
Oh no. That's fantastic. Okay. Go ahead and do an athletics check at disadvantage. You're trying to teach say breathing techniques. You don't get tired. You can be active in melee longer.
24.
24? Oh my goodness.
Zia's got a +7 for athletics, so I got a nat 20 and a 17. So.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you get to add 3 points to melee. Just if you make it no, that's incredible.
She's just like straight up decapitating this thing.
Yeah, for sure. By the end, cleaving off a couple. You get a sweep and you get a couple dummies' heads off. Like, oh. Sinister, where they were just showing a number of different weapons because I went into my prop closet today, and they're training in weapons this morning. Do you have a preference between ranged and melee, and which weapon you're going to train in today?
He has drow weapons proficiency, so
Okay.
um either longsword or crossbow.
Okay. They have for longsword they have
are
a
we
scimitar and a saber. Do you have a preference between either of these?
he'll go with the
Sabers and
scimitar.
scimitar. All right, nice. Go ahead and make it.
And is it daytime?
It's daytime. It'd be a disadvantage just because of the exhaustion.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry, but athletics then at disadvantage.
7.
Okay. Okay. Don't pick up anything from this class, but you get a couple of ideas, but it hasn't processed yet. But perhaps in the next class.
He's still like, you know,
Nice. And I'm sure at this point, everyone's just wiped and exhausted. Okay. All right. You are then brought to, as class wraps up a couple hours later, lunch. It's about noon. Everyone's given a nice, middle of the road lunch. There's good food, but not a ton. Portions are just average. The average crew's like, yeah. Um, and then you're all called to, where were we? Disguise classes. Yes, yes, yes. Now we divvied up last week. Did Ashivar end up with Liazana in that class, or was Ashivar with
I think Ashvar was the only one that was in the class with me,
I think so. Okay.
if I'm not mistaken, because I think everybody else rolled for the other class.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you're all tasked to go out there, but the commander, as you're leaving, all right, now listen. Challenge of the day. Sometimes out in the field, you don't get bathroom breaks.
Oh God, Dan.
Go take care of your business outside. Get ready to hold it the rest of the day. Next time you'll see that outhouse is in morning light. And with that, we'll take our bio break. For anyone that doesn't know, we take about a 10-minute bio break. So our audio will be hot, so chat with us, ask your questions if you have any. But we'll be back behind this BRB screen. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. All right, catch y'all then. Yay! Oh, snack time for me, I'll tell you what. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, excuse me. What a yawn. How are y'all doing tonight, Chad? Everyone doing well? Hi, Michelle. Nice to see you, and thanks again, Wavy. Uh, so nice. Thank you for the raid, and thanks for being. All right, I'm gonna get a snack, then I'll be back. Nice. Breathing techniques, yeah. It's one of those things we genuinely do get taught martial arts. Like when you spar, it's a big piece of it's the breathing. You get so winded, you tense up. You just tense up and hold your breath a lot. And then it's obvious when you're breathing in, and if you get struck, when you're breathing in, that's not good. And just running out of oxygen. So really wild. But I love the breathing technique from Demon Slayer and a number of other animes. It's really great. Get down, boogie, oogie, oogie. But
Yeah, I actually debated let's popping my camera on and just wearing the Mandalorian helmet, but I thought that would be a little goofy.
nice. This is the
Could've done it.
way.
Yes.
Yeah, it's sad. I had to retire the outfit because I started building the Batman. So
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
yeah, gonna do Robert Pattinson's Bat, but
Mhm.
that's probably not gonna be ready till like January
Okay.
Mm,
because
So
I want to make
cool.
a movie. You can actually see like the chess piece back there.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Nice.
Yeah,
Like I said.
the chest, the emblem actually does pop out like it does in the movie.
Oh, I see. Oh, that's so cool.
Nice.
Oh, cool. Yes.
What?
Nice.
That's really cool, man. I hope you'll like share as it goes on. I'd love to see that like progress and stuff. Progress pics.
Oh yeah. I had to resize the cowl because it was a little too small,
Okay.
and I'm making it out of foam, so I have to like find a way to like get it to shape the way his does. It shapes like it follows the contour of the back of his head.
Oh, okay.
So I may have to like try and like heat shrink it a bit.
Wow, that's wild. That's so cool.
Cosplay is pain.
Mm, that's really awesome, man. Can't wait to see it go along with that.
Yeah, honestly, I think my simplest outfit ever was like outfit that I made was the 10th Doctor's.
Oh.
And I think the funny thing is the most expensive part of that cosplay was not even the suit or anything. It was the
Nope.
necktie because I actually bought the one from the End of Time.
Oh. Wow.
So it was
Wow.
it was great having the actual like doctor's tie. It was like from some company in Italy that actually sold the necktie.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
I hope you all are
I
doing
tend
it
to
right.
wear outfits though.
Sorry,
Hmm?
good. No, good,
Go ahead.
please.
No, I tend to wear outfits that hide my face.
Oh.
It makes it so much easier. And then they're like, okay, which one are you? Which one are you? And then you poop. It's me.
Nice surprise. Love that.
It's a forbidden jutsu if it goes wrong. You can't cosplay.
Amazing.
Yeah. It's the Zia special. Mop all the floors.
All right. I think I'll take down our BRB screen. Yeah, I hope you're all doing all right without the battle. I know we had a bit. And now it's been a bit. See how this goes. Yeah. Yeah.
What? Combat? I don't believe it.
Thanks are so good. All right, good stuff. Just another minute here. Now, I'll note too that I know that Grundy and Liaison haven't spoken to one another, but there was, I think, at least an hour and a half difference in the time that you two were returning home.
Okay. Gotcha.
Haha.
Hmm.
Oh,
Although at this point, I don't know who's seen it, so.
What's that, Sarah? Sorry. Oh, thank you.
Like when I'm working with Grundy outside, and if I get into physical proximity of the other party members, I'm going to relay the information that Sinister gave me to them
Okay.
as I can.
Let's backtrack a little and pick up. We'll pick back up there. It's a little bit before. I'm so sorry I skipped ahead on that. So a little bit earlier during yard work time, Grundy, Ashavar was, not that close, being inconspicuous, but within 30 feet, and tunes in to your brain. You start hearing her speak. Yeah. Nice. What? Um, as um, as she does, and Hubbard's like, "Oh, it's me." One of the people you ride with kind of gives you all of that info from Sinister. Ship party, seeing a couple of the people caught, and all those things. So you're informed on that. Is there anything that you want to, after she's done? Is there anything either if you want to role play out with while you're still in proximity?
Guessing, so I'm thinking this, do I need to like actually physically talk? How does this work?
I can just think it. It's fine. Just
Okay. I did see something funny, but I'm not sure if I should share it just yet because they're very I would think paranoid here. I've been interviewed 3 times, and the third time I could have sworn he had done something to keep me from lying. So I don't know if I should
concerning.
disseminate this information or keep it compartmentalized for now.
Yeah, I think compartmentalization would be ideal for the time being. Good call.
But how's everybody else doing? I haven't been able to keep in touch with anyone because, as you know, us officers have to sit separately from the cadets, even if I am a cadet myself.
Everybody seems to be holding up okay from what I've seen. Sinister is hungover.
Not from what I gather, that's nothing new.
No, it's not.
Well, I guess we carry on as we are and see what else we can find out. And do me a favor too. Do check on Brileth for me. She didn't seem all right. Check on everybody actually for me. Like, I mean, I haven't known you guys all that well yet, but I feel like since we're in this together, might as well keep an eye on each other.
Like, except for the link.
You hear the mental dial tone. Okay. Well, and that sort of puts us forward to the training class. Or I'm sorry, did we do the? No, we did that. We then had the lunch, and then you were told that the rest of the day was going to be without using the bathroom. Yes. Um, Liazana, during your turn in the set of outhouses, you know, however much panic anyone has, I would panic if I was told that. um, you hear a voice in your head. Um,
Is she like kind of like stalled, or are these like separate outhouses, or
entirely separate. It's just that like
Okay.
4x4x6. With the little moon in there, you can see up and out. You can hear some of the voices out there. People, eagerly waiting their turn. So it's fairly dark except for the light that comes in through that little moon-shaped hole. Well, if I've given you a sending stone, but you don't answer, what good is it? Really? It's Tiriana von Sutcliffe.
would she know if this is magical or otherwise, that that's how she's being contacted?
You can assume it's magical, but you wouldn't know for sure.
Oh shit. Okay. She's
I'm sorry, if you want to do like an Arcana check or history check, or an Arcana check, we'll see if you know.
yeah,
for
can I
sure.
do an Arcana check?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm actually proficient in Arcana. Oh yes, that was a good roll. 23.
Okay. This is frequently, most often, magical, but knowing Tiriana von Sutcliffe's nature, it's possible that all right, make a quick follow up for a side bit of info that might tie in. It was just going to be a straight intelligence check. I'm sorry.
Straight intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
So with +2, that'd be 17.
Okay. You know that sometimes by nature, vampires can do this outside of magical means. They typically need permission, but you do the intelligence check was to recall the conversation you had with her before, where some of the wording may have been worked in to be able to do this if she needs to, and have received your permission to be in touch with you. When you agreed to that, and it just comes together like maybe this is more of an innate thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
It feels a little different than the magical means which you're used to.
Okay. She's going to she's going to say, Tiriana, I'm so sorry if you've tried contacting me through the sending stone. I am in a position where I don't currently have access to it, and I won't have access to it until probably next week.
So terribly boring though, Liazana.
Believe me, I'm aware. I don't want to be here either, but I kind of have to be. I promise I'll fill you in later, but I don't have much time to talk.
What are you doing?
Rihanna, I'm undercover at a UAF thingy.
Oh, now that sounds more exciting.
Well, I wish I could say the same, but I promise I'll fill you in later. If I take too long here, people are going to think that I'm dying or something.
All right. Listen, though, I have some rather important information on matters discussed before, and it's somewhat time sensitive. Would it at least be all right for me to come and visit you? You say you're at the UAF. Whereabouts? Well, after you know, depending.
Can it wait till after?
Probably.
I'm very undercover, like not even using my actual name.
Well, I wouldn't want to ruin your cover, but what I do, I don't want to sit on this either. If it's all right with you,
Oh,
I'd
I don't want
still-
to either.
I'd still like to come visit you if that's all right.
Let's see, what day of the camp are we on now?
This
4?
is day 4 out of 7.
Of 7. Okay.
Mhm.
So we should be leaving in about 3 to 4 days time. As soon as I'm back on my ship, I can certainly reach out to you. Is that too long of a time?
Oh, it might be. I mean, if you don't want me to come and visit you, just say so.
Oh, but I do. Okay, if you come to visit me, my name is Elizabeth Chaucer, and I'm one of the cadets. You better have a damn good reason, a damn good lie or something for why you're coming to visit me.
Well, I will do my best to wait. If we can wait, we can wait. Yes. I just wanted to make sure it was all right. I didn't want to show up unannounced and surprise you. Whether,
Of course.
yes.
I mean, if you can do a good job of fabricating a little bit, but that's who I am, and I can explain more later probably, but I probably have to go.
You have to go. Oh, yes, of course. Thank you, dear. I'm sure I'll see you.
Thank you so much for reaching out. I'm so sorry.
But all right. All right. I'll see you when it works out.
Thank you.
Thank you. Boop. That's
And
off.
she'll like leave the outhouse. I
Are-
imagine the next
Are you
person's like,
almost
"Ugh."
done? Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm so sorry.
sorry.
I really had to poop. I'm sorry.
Nice, nice. We all do. They're all sassy about it. Like, all right. So everyone is able to use the bathroom and then settle in for the rest of the day. I'm gonna say that here. Gosh, what did we say? Day 4. Right. We know Grundy and Liazana. You two have that information. So I'm gonna say that at lunchtime, Ashavar, you could probably find a spot, just to backtrack just before the bathroom. We'll advance to the bathroom time. You can probably find a spot where you're within 30 feet of at least 2 of your fellow party members. Which 2 would you like that to be? In case you want to say anything, you don't have to.
Probably, let's see, I already told Grundy. I would say Liazana and Zia.
Okay. Right. I'll say you go to like connect with Liazana and it's like a busy signal. Like I'll get back to her. But Zia is free and available. So you can connect to her if you like.
Well, it's me.
Hello,
Oh, don't.
it's me.
It's me you're looking for.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
So you hear that? Zia tune into your head. Ashavar's voice.
You can talk back if you want.
Oh,
Monitor delay.
yeah. Hey, how are you?
That obstacle course was a hack. It was hack that thing. You know.
Oh, yeah. But it was kind of fun, right? Like, like a little bit of a switch up from the norm, Nobody died,
Nobody died. Yeah.
which is,
Sure.
Honestly pretty great for us generally. Like,
Mm-hmm. Have you talked to anybody else? How's everybody else doing?
No, I haven't talked to anybody. I just, just keep it on. Having a really good time, honestly. It's pretty great. It's kind of like a vacation almost.
That's,
Except
Just
like,
one
they
more
tell
time.
you that you can't eat and you can't use the bathroom and you can't do. I mean, to be fair, it's basically the same like when you're living in the wilderness, right? Because like you gotta be careful because if you like pee in the wrong places, then like a bear might like smell that and see that as like infringing on its territory and attack you. You gotta be real careful about that.
Can't say I've ever infringed on a bear's territory that way, but
Oh yeah, don't even like.
No
Last
way.
time it was ugly. So yeah, anything else going on your end? Like yeah.
Not really. I got some disguise. I learned some disguise stuff, but all the physical stuff we've done, I have completely sucked at. So, yep. Hopefully, they don't ship me off to, you know, God knows where
Mhm.
soon. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's probably a good idea to just not think about that, and just like live in the moment, like live for the now.
Yeah, like I'm gonna live for this potato looking thing that I've got in front of me. She'll start eating and
Oh, is this during lunch or is this during the bathroom breaks? I thought we were like both in like different like latrines, basically. It's just like,
Oh, yeah, probably bathroom break time.
sorry,
Yeah,
sorry.
that's okay.
sorry, my bad.
No, no worries.
But
We
yeah,
went back and forth, so like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, okay.
All right. Do you, Ashford, do you fill Zia in on like the Sinister info?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. All
Oh,
right.
Sinister did what?
yeah, are we surprised at this point? I mean, no.
I mean, I saw him like leave, and he tried to get me to come with him, but I thought he got caught. Like,
I'm not.
I mean, I guess that kind of means Grundy's kind of screwed too, because like Sinister was like, "Oh, Grundy told me I could do this, so like it's totally fine." Oh God, did you hear anything from him? Did he do anything to him?
He said that he's been interrogated a few times, and one of them, he thinks that they did something so he couldn't lie. So that's concerning. He has some information, but we decided that he should keep it to himself in case I get put under the same, no deception, zone of truth type thing. Suck.
Yeah,
Like deception is fun.
yeah. I was down in the interrogation wing mopping. It's real dirty down there. You know, and you know what they say about dirty places. Yeah. And then Zio just cut off.
Nice. Amazing. You're able to you're able to tune into Liazana as well. And of course update her if you want on the info you've gathered. But if there's anything else that you and Z want to chat about.
Can't think of anything. I'm a little brain dead tonight. Sorry.
No worries, no worries. Anything on your end, Liazana? Being connected to Ashvar?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
Well, for lunch, gosh, yeah, you're called back to your cleanup duties, your different duties around the thing that you began this morning, and the commander informs you that sometimes, right, sometimes you're just this is part of the job. You don't always get to be the glamorous noble that attends the fancy ball. Sometimes you're out there, wiping shit down off a ball in a latrine. You don't know, so you got to be prepared. Now back to work. We're find whoever you were assigned to and continue those tasks. You'll be doing those a couple times throughout the day till the job's done right. You got to make sure that you invest in the manner that picture yourself as that cover. Do a fine job, but you don't want to oversell it either. So do your best, get the work done. You're being watched all the time here and assessed by surveillance, so you'll be scored on it. Right. So you continue on. Let me pull my map back up here. Let's see, Zia, you end up cleaning up in the. Let me just roll for this and see what building you're in. Ooh, surveillance. You're in the surveillance building, mopping floors and such. And I'm going to go around with
Okay.
everyone. Now,
Nice.
they have, you know, set up. They give you the SOPs on which halls. There's like tape in the hallways, like a hospital, different colored tape. And it's like, you can go here. Follow the red line. That's for you. The other areas are off limits. But I'll ask you to make a perception check. I would say with advantage, but it's going to cancel out because of the disadvantage. So it's just a straight roll. Because you're mopping, you're really good at it. You can do it on autopilot easily to keep an eye out for. Mopping's come in handy. I like to reward players for investing in
I love
things.
it.
So. Mhm.
The roll was so bad, it doesn't really matter.
No, what was it?
I got a 9.
Oh, okay. You tried to autopilot the mopping, but the mopping beckons. And
Well, I think like Zia's probably so focused on like, oh, you can't do too good. So
Sure. Yeah.
she's gotta pull back, you know.
That's amazing.
Love it.
I can picture Zia overthinking it then. Wait, no, this is too bad. Up, no.
Like with all the equations in the head, like the advanced mopping calculations.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. Okay, all right. In that case, Liazana, which thing were you doing, Liazana? Was it also
I had latrine duty.
latrines? Okay, good. So you do have access. You're also in surveillance
Oh.
around this time. Excuse me, and you're cleaning latrines out, but those go in a lot of places that even the moppers don't get to go because people want their latrines clean. But you have a guard that brings you to the latrine and then stands like inside the bathroom, keeping an eye. Now there's stalls in here. As you're cleaning, you're in there cleaning. You make a perception check, same thing, straight perception check, because you're kind of in a stall, doors open, but you're in there cleaning, scrubbing. What'd you get? What'd you get?
Nice.
So that's a 25.
For a 25. So you hear, I mean, there's grates that seem to, magically move along some cool air. I mean, inside these buildings is really cool and nice. It's so comfortable inside. And by whatever magical means, frosty, cool air is pushed through. But you also hear the sound of voices being carried. Cool. With the 25, so you'll hear things. I want to have an idea of it's like indoor latrines, and it's effectively a toilet without the water plumbing part, but it just kind of drops down into whatever, something below the building. But it's
Like
sort
like a rest stop.
of
outhouse.
gross. It is, but not as disgusting as that. Yeah, it drops further.
Okay.
Oh, And above the toilet, up, even just above, at the height of the stall walls, that's where the grate is, just below the ceiling on the wall. You can listen from down here. You're scrubbing in that toilet structure. You can stand up and be, like a few feet away from it, or you could even try and climb up a little on something and get real close to listen even more carefully.
Is there anything that like I can make it look like I'm trying to do like a really good job of cleaning like up higher?
You can certainly give it a shot. Yeah. Is that what you want to do? I mean, you can like wipe the walls up there and stuff if you want, or dust.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
she's definitely gonna like, make a big deal of trying to do a very good job of like cleaning the entire areas and
Okay.
climb up higher so where she can hear.
Make a performance check to sell this to not look too conspicuous,
Oh
if you would,
gosh.
please. Mm. It'll have to be a disadvantage.
Oh yeah. So not bad.
Okay.
You said performance?
Please.
Oh, I don't get any added to that. So that's gonna be 15 actually.
Enough. That's enough. 13 was the mark to hit. So.
Okay.
And so you carefully, like you're cleaning, and you make kind of like, well, how am I supposed to clean that? Kind of soft comment. You're like, we'll have to, climb up, and then you're, and
Nice.
okay, and you, through the miracle of happenstance, happen over here, conversation in another room. Now it sounds like a room full of probably at least 6 to 8 people. There's quite a few soft mumbling voices that you hear. But 2 sound a little bit closer, maybe, to whatever's on the other end of this. And they're marveling over something. They seem to be in high spirits. They're talking about this amazing surveillance they're getting. But one of the pieces that, because we'll say you spend a good few minutes, like really like toothbrush level getting in there and clean, like really trying to sell it. You hear them talk about, at one point, one of them says, well, I've never seen anything like it. I mean, you can't argue with results. It's accuracy. How many ships have we confiscated now? Thing pinpoints them. I'd love to know how they do it, but that's above my pay grade. I'm certainly, if I was ever feeling inclined to cross the UAF, I certainly wouldn't now known this. Miserates. It's I don't know what it is, but it's getting the work done and it's making us look great. So maybe we can put in for that raise they've been holding out on. They just seem to be in a positive mood about it, and they just keep referencing this thing. But you caught that piece of info. At near the end of the conversation, what'd you get? 25. It's the vent turns on, like it's extra noisy, and the air's blowing through it. I wish to keep it in another. I don't like having that thing in here. If anyone's ever gonna target that, we're gonna be caught right in the middle of it. I think a few of us are signing a petition to have that moved to some other sort of structure. I think it's wise to have it in here with all of us. I'm worried that thing's gonna make me sick too. Who knows what that thing can do. The air turns on and you can't really hear anymore. And the guard's kind of looking like, kind of look over and see him just watching you scrub this toothbrush level. Like, you get down, carry on.
Okay.
All right. Um,
Real, real
Yeah.
quick.
Mhm.
Sarah posted it in Zoom chat.
all right.
I just wanna make sure.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Not a problemo. Sounds good. Alright.
Hi, Sarah.
So, love you guys. It's really good to see you.
Love you too, Sam.
I'll, I'll be, I'm mostly recovered, so
Mhm.
I should be
Yeah.
good to go next week.
When
Thank
you're
you.
good, in the meantime, we'll be thinking of you.
Hi,
Take care.
Sarah.
Hi,
Good
Sarah.
night.
Just do a quick swap-a-roo here. And Grundy, breathe with Ashivar. I just need to switch a few nameplates real. Hey, Cookie, how's it going?
Cookie.
Cookie.
Autumn.
Cookie. Brios was making cookies.
Ooh,
Yes.
nom nom nom.
Wait, what kind?
This is
Mm.
chocolate chip.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you
Oh.
mean? Just chocolate chip?
Just. Yeah, get that
I mean,
qualifier out of
it's my favorite, but
Just.
here. Yeah,
One of
the
the-
the disgust in that was amazing.
That's like me
Chris,
saying it's just tea.
yeah, nice. Just.
I need to show you how much tea I have. Tea, coffee, like the whole 9
Oh.
yards. Like
Nice.
I have
I've
a
got a
whole-
full like makeshift coffee bar now.
Ooh.
wow.
And then I just cleaned off our blue cabinet. That's gonna be my tea bar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Tea and wine, actually. I've got some
I
wine
will
stuff
have-
up there too.
Now
I will
we're
have to
cooking.
take a picture of my tea cupboard for you. It's
Mm.
literally
Yes,
6
do.
whole shelves full of tea.
Oh my gosh.
Jeez, that's
Do
amazing.
it.
You're prepared
a
for
library.
Y2K. Yeah. Y2K.
Dad.
No, Y3K. Okay, anyway. Grundy and... Wait a minute, Dan. Let's see. Zana was not out of the entry. Sinister was food prep. Right, it was Ashavar who was there with Grundy. So I'll do Ashavar quickly with Grundy. I'll do a roll for Ashavar. Can you just make a at disadvantage, unfortunately, but a perception check? If you would, Grundy, at disadvantage. Oh, that's not good. Okay.
Gotta pull up my sheet.
Hmm.
Perception, you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
16 and 9.
Okay. I won't get to use my gardener's hat yet.
Oh, but it's
let's put it over
oh.
there. Okay, so yard where it goes is normal. All right, Sinister, you are doing some food prep. Let me see if anything.
Good at
cooking in there.
prepping food. I've watched plenty of servants, and Brila should be able to make a cake.
Nice,
Why not?
nice. Go ahead and make like an investigation check if you would, Sinister. This is more for cooking. There isn't really much going on here. Nothing, Johnny Arrows or Arrows Danger or whatever their names doesn't really have any
Some
anything.
guy.
Yeah, that guy.
Mhm.
But you might be able to pick up some fun skills. What you got?
All right. So for investigation, is
Mhm.
that a disadvantage?
Oh, it is. I'm sorry, right? I forgot.
Okay, not bad.
Mhm.
All right. 15.
Oh, 15. All right. I don't know if it's a skill you want, but go ahead and put 1 point in cooking.
Okay.
It might not ever be a thing Sinister wants to do, but
I at least know how now.
Yeah,
how
you
to
got some.
make really nice canapes.
Nice. Let me just see if any of the other folks that a lot of them did go here. So you'll also hear You haven't seen either of the two people that got caught the other night since. And so there's like little rumors starting. Like, I think it's only you and Johnny Arrow here, whatever his name was, that know that they were at the party. There was some other people there, but they're not here in this group. And so they're just talking like, well, someone said they failed 3 times and they got sent out. Someone else. Well, I heard that they were sick of the camp and they pulled out. They don't want to be part of the anymore. They had a wealthy family member just pulled them out on some bait. And Johnny Arrows is looking at you like,
I'm gonna look at him like I don't even acknowledge him looking or talking or whatever.
Yeah, perfect. All right. So Breelith, you're in the latrines as well, but in a different group. Let me see.
Yeah.
No, that's the one number I can't do. So that's okay. Oh, all right. So you find yourself in the analytics building.
Okay.
Can you please make a perception check? And
Disadvantage, right? Because of
I'm
exhaustion.
actually gonna say, I mean, because your task is pretty simple. Yeah, no, I guess that would be disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
I got it. Let's see here. What was the check again? I'm sorry.
Perception.
Okay. That is a 17.
Okay. Well, there's something strange you notice as you're walking. You finish one of the set of latrines in here. You head down a couple halls. You follow the tape into another one. And as you're approaching this latrine, it's at the end of a hallway on the right. There's no windows on the end of the hallway. It's just an enclosed. It's an exterior wall because this is close to where you came in, but it's not an area with a window. In fact, the only door down this short hallway is this latrine door. You go inside. But the weirdest thing happens. You start cleaning, and the doors open for cleaning fumes to come and go. And as you're cleaning one of the sinks, you look to the left, which is where the door is currently. You're looking out the hall, and you watch as an officer. You see the badges on them. They're a higher ranking officer. Walks in from the right hand side, which should just be a wall, and walks by the bathroom door and continues down the hallway. There's a guard in the bathroom here, just sort of watching ahead. There's 3 of you in here cleaning. They're not really paying attention to that. Is there anything you'd like to do as you kind of see that take place?
Is the guard watching me that's in the bathroom?
Sort of. You're maybe like only 3 or 4 feet away, but they're watching you and the 2 others that are cleaning. So they're just sort of focusing ahead and trying to take everything in at once. They're not currently looking right at you.
What else is out in that hallway? Is there anything else out there? Is it just a wall? Is it just blank walls?
Just that short. It's a short hallway, and it's just blank walls.
What do I have on me?
Your uniform. I think that's pretty much it.
What am I cleaning with?
You have a rag, there's a bucket, and then there's these little vials that have some sort of cleaning concoctions. You pour a little bit out into the rag, clean with it. There's one for the glass, the mirrors, and another for the sinks and toilets, another for the walls and floor.
You said the guard isn't looking at me. He's just kind of looking at the room generally.
Pretty close, standing in the bathroom with you, but yeah, not like looking at you specifically. Sort of.
How close am I to the door?
So if you're standing next to the sink, looking at the door, directly in front of you, it's about 3 feet, and the guard is just to the left of that door.
Oh, so
against the wall.
he's
Mhm.
so he's in between me and the door.
Pretty much, like not in between. You could walk out the door, but you'd be walking like hi right next to him, right next to them. But the door needs to be cleaned too. Part of the task.
Yes, I don't think that Breathe would be that wise about it though. So Breathe is going to be kind of wiping off. Is there like a sink right by me, like close to the door?
It's the one you're standing next to. It's about 3 feet away
So
from
she's
the door.
gonna take, like be wiping off the sink and pretend that pretend that her foot slips like from the floors, like something wet on the floor.
Okay.
And then as her foot slips, she's going to like try to like accidentally casually throw the rag out the door, like that she like it slipped out of her hand.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so she does that. Oh, so clumsy. She'll just kind of take a step up to the. I'm just gonna go out and grab that.
It would make a performance check to sell that,
Okay.
if you would, and we'll kind of use that to set the DC for this persuasion check.
That's a 15.
Okay. So go ahead now and make a persuasion check at disadvantage, but that helps set the DC, so it's not.
Can I use a lucky?
It's a new day, I think. Yeah.
It is a new day.
Mhm.
Okay, so I rolled again. It was higher than my highest roll before, so I'll take the highest roll before,
Okay.
which was a 15, so it's a 19 total.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, it's on
All
my
right.
hand, I'm sorry.
All
I'll just grab it. It's
right,
okay.
quick.
So she will step out and
He's
grab
cleaning
the
a bag.
rag.
Mhm.
As she does so, try to look towards that wall.
About not even 2.5 feet to your right. It's just a wall, solid wall. Yeah, make an Arcana check if you would. Oh wait, if you're proficient in Arcana, you can make an Arcana check.
I'm not.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. You know what? You can make an Arcana check. It'll be the disadvantage, and the DC will just be higher because you're not proficient.
Yeah, that wasn't good. That was a 5.
Okay. The wall's dirty.
Oh, is anyone cleaning this wall out here?
There's another crew for that. Come on back in. He's trying to look at you and back in the bathroom at the
Yeah,
others.
Real could probably go back and clean.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't notice any like scraping on the door. I mean, on the floor or anything. Like the wall had moved.
Yeah, nothing like that. You can make, let's see, Arcana check. It looks the same. I'll say make an investigation check at this from when you were in the hallway. You're doing like as quick as you can look over.
Yeah, it's only a 9.
Okay. Yeah, just it really does seem to be just a solid wall.
They'll probably just go back to the sink and continue cleaning, and then just keep an eye out to see if anyone else comes through the hall there for as long as they're in that room. But otherwise, I don't think that she would do anything else.
Okay. All right. In that case, I'm gonna say that everyone kind of finishes doing their chores. The day carries on. You have some more analytics today, and that takes out the remainder of the day. So I'll just ask everyone to do well a investigation check at disadvantage during your analytics.
Quick
Yeah, go ahead, please.
question. Is the analytics in this? Is that where they were just cleaning the bathrooms?
No, that was surveillance.
Oh fuck. Okay.
Mhm.
What was the check? I'm sorry.
No problem. Investigation. I'll start with Zia. What'd you get?
Okay, D&D Beyond is being weird. It
Oh
usually
no.
pops up after I roll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, bad. An 8.
Okay. I mean, you're pretty exhausted as part of the week, and it's more of this reading and just nope. There's just nothing there to find.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. Liazana?
And this was investigation.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage, I rolled a dirty 20.
Nice. Okay. All right.
She's on top of it after that, after hearing all that.
Yeah, give yourself 1 point in analytics, please. And I'll keep things moving along so you're not stuck several weeks in a row hearing the same thing. But you find other details that point to something suspicious. And you get some praise from the aide, the one that's perpetually out of breath, running around the whole building. And yeah, you know. All right. Sinister.
16.
Okay. You also find another thing. Go ahead and give yourself another point in surveillance, if you would, or analytics rather. I'm so sorry. In analytics. Nice. Same thing. This one is nothing that causes you any concern. Thankfully, it's not another orphanage or anything that anyone knows.
I'm not snitching.
Yeah. Um. All right. Let's see. Grundy. That doesn't look good.
I got a nat 1.
Oh no. Okay. All right.
I'm not a very good student, which is ironic considering I love books.
Nice. Yeah. No. All right. And breathe.
An 8.
An 8. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. You don't find anything. It's just another like. Just,
Yeah.
Analytics runs late. They again run it late. This time, analytics runs until like 1 a.m. They are pushing it. No dinner. 1 a.m. And then they have everyone go back out and finish the chore like tasks for another couple of hours. I would like to ask everyone to do a perception check with disadvantage, please. As that's a few hours of going around the camp at night, finishing up those things. And we'll start again with Zia. Oh, sweet mercy, no. Okay. But you know what? Things are getting mopped in a very serious way. Things are clean.
Yeah.
Awesome. I love it. Liazana.
Perception, right?
Yes.
Not as good, but I still rolled a 13.
I'm gonna say only because you saw it once before. You're keeping kind of an eye out there, and 13 will be the base for your second time seeing the same thing. But
The same thing I saw the night before.
correct. You don't see it at all. Between like that, that class finished at 1. You don't see it between 1 and 2, or even 2 and 3. But around 3 o'clock, as you're kind of going back between buildings, keeping an eye out windows when you can, roughly sometime around 3, you end up getting a view of that area, and you see the same thing.
Ooh, okay.
All right, Sinister.
I managed to get a 10.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately not much tonight. but you're able to stay on task and do all your stuff.
I hate this place.
Grundy?
Come on, baby. I rolled 212, so that is 14.
Okay, still because you've seen it once before, DC for second time is around 13. So once again, you see the same thing, but not until around 3. You see that area a time or two between 1 and 3, nothing, but sometime around 3 a.m. you see that. Difficult to spot, but you know what to look for now.
Would have been the same time as when I saw it the last time.
Yeah,
'Cause
pretty
I think
much.
that's when I saw
Mhm.
it as well. Yeah.
Nice. All right, a breather then.
14. And I used another lucky.
Oh. Yeah, for the first time through, it's quite enough to spot anything, but you get your stuff done.
Okay.
You kind of get the vibe now. You finish that around 3:30, 4 a.m. and they let everyone go to bed, but you're up at 7. So they keep you shy of your rest again. It's just you wake up this day, little bit of a headache, and there's a lot of hydration they're offering at breakfast. They send you out to breakfast, but you end up with a third point of exhaustion, which means, well, I mean, hopefully this won't be a thing, but you have disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws currently. Ooh. All right. I'm gonna advance a little bit. I want to make sure the pacing stays good, and I think we've got a pretty good feel of the camp. And I'm gonna focus a little more on like that search for information. I'm also gonna add that Ashavar at bedtime, as you all kind of get into bed, and her bed placement kind of puts her in a good place to reach everyone, will act as a communication hub. So this night before, where you get like 3.5 hours of sleep, is there any information any of you want to share with another person through Ashavar? I'll start and ask Breelith.
Brilliant would probably let them know about the weird door and surveillance, or the weird thing in surveillance, the wall,
Okay. Right.
and kind of give them a location that it's right outside the bathrooms. Yeah.
Okay. Excuse me. Grindy, you're up next, so I'll say that you get that information next from Ashavar. She passes along that Breelith knew about this. Was your building the hang on, let me switch back over here. Which one were you in, Breelith? Was it was analytics, I think.
Surveillance.
You were in surveillance?
No, it was surveillance.
Okay. Was that the building I mentioned to you, Grundy? Or were you the command center? I think you were the command center.
I saw command center.
Okay. Okay. So you hear this though, and is there anything you want to say back to Ashbar as she shares that Breelith saw someone come in from seemingly a wall?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Guess
So,
I can mention that it's not the same place.
oh, all right. Did you see something like that? Or should we still keep things compartmentalized, or should I share that?
I think. Well, I think enough of us know it by now.
All right.
Yeah, I saw something similar.
Oh.
A couple of nights ago,
Mhm.
and again, late this early this late this late that night. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll let the others know. And she goes back to Breelith, updates her, and then moves on to Sinister. Sinister, they update you. That's
Actually, can we retcon?
Yeah, please.
I also mentioned round about 3 a.m.
Okay.
I saw it.
Nice. All right, she'll include that then to Breelith, then to Sinister. Well, Grundy says he saw something similar. It with details. Can I share the details, or did you kind of leave that part vague intentionally, Grundy? I don't want to
I
overstep.
kept it vague so
Okay.
that, at least we're still protected.
Nice. Grundy said that he saw something similar to this, like a mystery door, but in the command center. Brila said she saw, someone walk through as though there was a door there over in surveillance. Have you seen anything like that, Sinister?
I'm thinking back to that night. Didn't I see like somebody, like two guards standing at like what looked like a wall?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So I would say, okay, yeah, that sounds about right. Because when I was sneaking and doing all that stuff and being awesome, there was like two dudes standing guard at a wall. So that
Oh.
tracks.
Yeah, it does sound weird if we didn't know this.
At the
Alright.
same time in the evening, because they don't do it during the day.
Huh. Okay. I'll
At
check in
least
with
I
everyone.
think.
Okay. I'll see if anyone else knows any.
Oh, and let them know that two people from the party got caught that night, and they are no longer here.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. She'll go back and let Brelith know that, and back and let Grundy. She'll move on to Liazana and share all that information, Liazana, with you. Have you seen anything like that? What do you make of it?
So she's going to fill her in on what she saw the past 2 nights, and again it was 3 a.m. and it was in the same spot, right? Both times.
Mm-hmm, correct.
Okay. So like at 3 a.m. on the exterior wall of the I'm scrolling back up, surveillance building.
I think so. Mm-hmm. Let me check that. Or
Oh, analytics. Sorry.
analytics. Okay.
Analytics.
Okay.
On the exterior wall of the analytics building, I saw this like door outline, and it was on the wall. It wasn't like in a window or anything. And it looked really weird and like out of place. But like I saw the light of it, and I've seen it twice now. And while I was in the surveillance building cleaning, I heard them talking about like she'll fill her in on what she heard the officers say about whatever the technology that they were looking at.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that it was very accurate, and they seem to have be wary about it to some degree. Like it was foreign from their usual enough that they had little fear around it, but they were very pleased that the work was getting done and how incredibly accurate it was.
Yeah, and like she'll definitely bring up like the whole, them talking about the ships that were coming in, and yeah.
Oh, wow. And you said that do you mention that it was in that they talked about it being in that building?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like that's what we're looking for, right? Should we?
It sounds like it. But
gotta find a way.
They seem to know our every move.
Yeah, I want to know more about that. Like sometimes I'll watch someone do something, I feel like no one saw it but me, and then MPs will come over and escort him away or talk to him about it, and I don't.
Well, that's exactly what happened with me and Brelith.
Really?
Like I passed her some food and nobody saw. No one was looking. None of the guards were looking. And the freaking troop commander came in and he knew everything.
Wonder if that's how they caught the two people at the party. But why didn't they catch Sinister or that arrow asshole?
They're probably trying to. I think they're probably trying to keep them on their toes. I think maybe not make it seem like it's too accurate to where we start getting suspicious.
I think I'll share with everyone else, but I think we should start trying to, if they give us more jobs, we should all sign up for ones that take us through surveillance so we can try and get a better idea of whatever it is that they're talking about, where it is, and maybe what they're using to keep an eye on all of us.
Absolutely. I agree.
We only have a few days left. This
I
will be day
know.
5 we're going in 7 days, so
We have the day and 2 more days.
let's hope they let us get some rest this morning.
No kidding.
All right, I'm gonna check in with Zia and see if she has any.
Okay. Let me know.
And she'll jump over to you, Zia, share all of the info, including the most recent revelations. Have you seen anything, Zia?
I mean, it's definitely really dirty. Like, dirtier than it should be.
Oh.
Like, I feel like I just cleaned an area.
Yeah.
And then, like, a few hours later, I come back and it's like worse.
Okay. You're pausing and checking the process. All right.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Nice. Okay, so she
I
kind
guess she's kind of embarrassed. She's like, man, everybody else got stuff, but I got nothing.
Oh, nice. I'm sure Ashmar would be supportive. Like, oh well, we'll look into that. Maybe that's something.
No, it's probably not.
Awesome. So she, updates everyone, and then you all try and finish your, get your sleep. But of course, you're woken up at, dark 30, and jostled off to the day. Today starts off with, let's see, this is day 5. Let me make a quick note here. Right, that's day 7 I'm thinking of. Okay, so day 5. Today is a lot about disguises and being followed and working with an asset, creating an asset goes into much more detail than your prior courses on it. So I'll have everyone please do a quick, I think it's going to be an intelligence check first at disadvantage. This is with disguises first, and this is going to help set your personal DC for the actual application of these. Zia, what'd you get for the intelligence?
15.
Okay, nice. Can you follow that up, please, with a dexterity check, if you would? Also a disadvantage.
A 3.
Bummer. Okay, like the idea, the concept of Sky spot
It was gonna be so cool, and then it didn't work.
Yeah, they didn't have the red glue or any of the things that you wanted for this. It did not come out super well. Okay. Liazana, intelligence first. Oh, okay.
4.
Ooh, you can roll your dex check because that just sets the DC for it. It's gonna be, the idea is not there. You're thinking.
That is, let's see, dexterity 12.
Okay, yeah. Fortunately, yep. All right, but you go through the class. Sinister, intelligence check.
3.
A 3. Oh, all right, you go and roll a dex check just in case. Oh, and you can add your proficiency because of your disguise kit. Proficiency.
Okay. So Dex, or
Mhm.
what was the first? The intelligence was the +3 then?
This one will be the Dex one, and that'll be actually I guess both. Yeah. So I mean, so the
Okay,
first one was
so
6, but
yes.
it does change DC a little bit. But the Dex one you can also add +3 too, because your skills.
All right. Okay, so it's 12 plus 3, so 15 at
Almost.
disadvantage.
No, that's not quite enough. The idea. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's right. We bumped the other one up to 6, so that's just enough. Go ahead and
Okay.
give yourself a point in disguise work.
Oh,
Grundy intelligence. A disadvantage. Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh no. Oh, okay. Are you gonna roll a dex check at disadvantage? We'll see. Well, right? It's still a possibility.
All right. Dex is +2. Okay. 7.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately, it's another class of I don't understand. It's just difficult, right? For half elven, half
Yeah.
orc.
This
those are
time I look like
features.
the bartender from Shrek.
Nice.
Oh my
Awesome.
god.
Breelith, intelligence check at disadvantage.
14. Now we're not supposed to, just to double check. I don't think that we are, but just to make sure we're not supposed to be adding any disguise numbers that we already have, right?
If you are proficient in a disguise kit, then you can add your
No.
proficient. If not, then no,
No.
it's just the
Okay.
intelligence you add.
Okay. 14 then.
Okay. And a dex check at disadvantage.
Is a disadvantage. I rolled a 17 and a 19.
Oh,
So
jeez.
that is a a dex check. That's 17.
Okay. All right. You can put 2 points into disguise because you set your DC was
gives
pretty
me
low thanks to your first
4.
one. Oh, well,
looks
nice.
so good as Brian. You just got Brian now.
That's amazing. All right. That's day 7. We did the being tailed, and okay. A lot of training on the course today. It's a very rigorous day. You go out there 4 separate times, taking up most. I mean, that's 12 hours if you complete it in 3 hours. I won't make you do rolls. Everyone's successful, but completely beaten down by the end. With the person just saying, if your cover gets blown and you need to be on the run, you cannot stay anywhere too long. You're running, diving, jumping, finding a new place to lay low briefly, changing cover, moving again. And while it might not be like this course all across the day, it could be a week's time of just go, go, go. You cannot rest your head. And so they're sort of drilling in like the why of it. Let's see. You are able to, towards the very end of the day, and again, this is pretty late. This is day 5, so you're not doing any more of the other things. But you all are heading home pretty late, so go ahead and make a perception check, everyone, at disadvantage as you are heading home. It's about, I mean, it's back around 3 o'clock in the morning again, like 3:30 a.m.
It's all my lucky.
Okay, Breelith?
12.
Nope, just you were beat. Beat, and you head on. Grundy?
Yeah, wait, this perception's +2. Yeah, that's a 21.
Okay.
Or-
You not only pick up that same thing that you saw. I forgot you didn't share the details yet, so I won't say it, but you pick up the same thing. This is before on the command center, but now also on the analytics building. And actually, let me do a roll and see where you see the second one. Oh, okay. You actually see the same thing. You take a different path, a wooded path below surveillance that goes west up to the barracks. This is where Sinister describes seeing those guards. And you see the same thing there between the guards. There's a third building that has it. There's a location. Okay. Sinister?
Got a 7.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, you were beat. Like, this is usually when you're waking up and you're partying, and it's this
This
needs
is too much.
Yeah.
I needed this. Already had it.
to nice. All right. Liazana?
I pulled a Grundy. I rolled 2 15s.
Nice.
So I got a dirty 20.
Okay. All right. You also spot the same thing, but this time in that spot of the surveillance building, a guard posted on either side, just as Sinister had described.
Gotcha. Cool.
Right. Okay. And Zia?
14.
14? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good, good, good. So, as you're walking by, you see those two guards that Sinister talked about. Because you have like some foreknowledge of like, well, this is weird, and I saw something similar that year. The 14 now hits the mark. And you see, I'll just say it now since most of you know. Uh, in between the two guards, like this faint shimmer, like a light peering through a small crack, like a magical sort of iridescent light, just ever so faintly shining in the shape of like a door frame in the wall between the two of those guards. Of course, you've seen this
Okay.
area so many times now during the day. It just looks like a solid wall. And the guards are not there during the day. They got here at some point in the night.
Huh.
And Breelith would have shared, I think she would have shared, let me know if you wouldn't have, Breelith, that the person that walked in from that like mysterious wall somehow was a high-ranking officer.
Oh yeah, yeah, she
okay.
would have. Yeah,
Hmm.
So just
that
some-
wasn't mentioned. That was a Stephanie issue, not a Brilith issue.
Okay, nice, nice.
I guess they don't tell us about the wall bending technique until you work your way up the ladder.
Nice.
Would I be able to do an Arcana check for this?
If you were proficient in
proficiency?
Arcana, then go right ahead. It'll be a disadvantage, of course.
Yep. $13.
Yeah, it's pretty high level stuff. So you don't even from here sense the magic. I mean, it looks pretty magical by sight.
Mhm.
You can definitely tell that, but you don't have that sense or feeling of Arcana that you typically do. Which could just mean it's kind of high level. All right, you all find your way back to the barracks. That's 3:30, so a little, like 3:45, everyone's getting, you're kind of learning to get by-ish, like you're not recovering the way you need to for things, but you're getting a little more accustomed. You don't know when they're going to wake you up in the morning, and not particularly eager to find out. Do you all kind of share your information through Ashavar again? Okay. Ashvar is gonna, once she has all the info and has shared it with everyone, she'll just kind of go around saying, so we'll just kind of open it to everyone to discuss and say it's through Ashvar. But I mean, we've got 2 days left, tomorrow and the day after. That seems like some way to get in, probably to the important area if it's high ranking officers. I know we don't have means of escaping, but is there some way we could try and get there before the guards show up? Or otherwise sneak in?
Did all? I've only seen guards. I haven't seen guards on any of the doors I've seen.
Just this one. Just tonight.
Just
mhm. There was a guard.
Anybody else see the glow without guards?
Elis already asleep.
Amazing.
Well, maybe if we know the time frame of every single time that we got back, maybe we can figure out when the guards get there, give or take.
Didn't I kind of clock the pattern
You did.
the last time?
Yeah. You all start to
So-
discuss that. You
Yeah, I
know,
clocked the pattern.
and you've been keeping an eye, I'll say. So these shimmering doors seem to pop up around 3 in the morning. And those guards actually do a patrol for the first half hour. They don't stand just static guard there yet. They do patrol to sweep for people, and things like that. Then they stand guard about 3:30. It's about a half an hour window where they're not just straight up positioned there. And there's a lot of trees and shrubs and other things in the area.
Oh yeah, that's where I cut across.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I would tell them how I did it. First, you got to duck, dodge, dip, and dive.
I'm 7'8". That's going to be really difficult.
Then he thinks, and Sinister is thinking about Breelith, like, oh no.
You look over, she's just like,
Nice. Oh, her already matted down with some
Yeah,
drool.
mhm.
Yeah.
"Mhm."
Maybe just
So
a.
we're gonna,
Okay.
if we do this, when we're gonna do it, we gotta have a synchronized time where everybody's on go.
It's got to be tomorrow night, right?
Don't you think that might cause a little bit of attention if we all go at exactly the same time, or
Not out the same ways.
What if we just send the sneaky people?
yeah, and then we could have like maybe a distraction of some kind.
Breelith has
Potentially.
been a great distraction so far with that Mander.
Yeah. Maybe she could ask him on a date or something.
That'd be super dope.
Wait, what happened with Breelith?
Oh,
She got sent to the principal's office like several times.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
we
he-
realize that she's on strike too, right?
and he gave her a book of like short stories. It was really sweet. Like,
I mean, Grundy, maybe you could ask to speak to that person that was. I mean, do you think you could come up with something that to talk to that surveillance person, that high ranking, the one that seems to be like somewhere up in charge in the surveillance thing? Is there anything you could be like, I've got some important information I need to share? Maybe Sinister mentioned that guy Johnny Arrow, right? What if you're like, I saw this dude going out to the boat the other night, and
You want me to snitch? All right.
well, Grundy
Well,
can if he talks to the
Grundy was-
intelligence officer, and that'll keep them busy, maybe.
Yeah, get
That
Johnny Arrows.
Does not sound like a bad idea. I could just phrase it enough to make them concerned that there's a security risk.
Yeah, and if like
That might get enough troops that way and away from us, away
Right.
from whoever's going to check it out.
yeah, I would leave maybe Sinister and Liazana and Zia, our resident rogue, to sneak into the building. It's true, yeah.
I mean,
It's just slightly humorous because yeah, to sneak into the
Just
building.
stroking the beard. There. Do we know if
He
those
is the
all three
rogue.
are entrances
First
or
time
it's just
hearing
one
it.
of them?
They're all different buildings. The only one that's been confirmed, well, that you feel pretty solidly is definitely an entrance, would be the one of surveillance that Breelith, because it's in the same area Breelith saw the person walk through the ball. But the other two buildings, you're no confirmation other than their shape and that they look like this. But the object in question, or whatever it is they were talking about, is in this surveillance building.
Then that's where we need. Well, that's where we need to be. So when do we want to do this? From what I've seen, based on that pattern, like you said, around 2, 3 ish is they do a patrol half an hour and then they stand still. Because every time I've seen that light, the guards are already there.
Ashburn will kind of again to coordinate. Yeah, based on Sinister's, watch of the patrols and stuff, it's 3 o'clock. The guards show up, the extra guards, and start patrolling. But 3:30 is when they move to that position, stay there. It's like a half an hour window, probably.
I mean, I don't really do spells very often, but I do have light, so I could kind of like, maybe make a big light in the woods or something, and then
Oh,
use that as a distraction to kind of
right.
sneak around to get extra time if we need.
Like that.
So like,
That can be planned too, because we'll use the boat first because that's that involves actual people versus a mysterious light. So
fair.
you could use the light for as a means of escape.
Yeah, if it takes longer than a half hour or something like that.
Mm.
Okay, so cool.
I saw someone stat on rocks once before too, and just chuck them. Like it looked really
Ooh.
handy for like a quick throw and distraction. But yeah, I really like that as a get the hell out of there card.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've ever cast it, but
Oh,
hopefully it still works.
yeah. Ashford gets concerned.
Now getting into the building, I ain't too great with locks and stuff. Do you think we'll have a problem?
Anyone else good with locks? Or the lock picking kit?
Would that be in a traditional like thieves?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
actually,
If you thieves
yeah.
tools.
Well,
We left it all.
we left it because if I had had that on me, they would have found that
Yeah.
suspicious.
Good point. Yep.
Uh,
Even if you don't have that, if you can find something, here, to use, if you want to get creative, then we'll say you can use that. But otherwise, everyone can still try.
yeah. I'm trying to think what would be in a traditional barracks. If I could get like maybe like a couple nails.
We got bobby pins in our disguise kits.
Yeah, but the
Okay.
disguise kits are kept in the lockers.
And well, I'm not gonna tell you all the things. He's like putting the bobby pins.
Oh,
back in
okay,
his-
okay, okay. If you have them currently, that's a different story. But okay, yeah, I mean, I can do my best. Like, got pretty good stealth in general, but like, yeah, as long as we have a number of like backup plans, I think I'm good to go. You just have to tell me what to do, and I'll do it.
I'm very distracting and very persuasive. And in a worst case scenario, we stab him.
I don't know if I like that one, since there's a lot of them, but I guess if our back's to the wall.
Just need one. Just get me one.
I think my major concern is the timing of the snitching. You can almost feel the air quotes in your heads as I do. We need to. Do I tell them on earlier in the day that I've noticed a couple of cadets whistling off into the night?
I think any
Or should I
info-
report it? Or should I
sorry.
report it around 3 o'clock? We don't want it too close that they see you sneaking out,
Yeah.
but we don't want it too far that,
Hmm.
I was able to do it and come back before, I was able to do it and you can time it pretty quickly, but you got to move fast.
which means they'll probably move a little bit slower since they're going to be cautious about the security threat. Um,
They didn't see me.
I guess I would mention that I've seen some stuff happening around 2:45, 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
That might give you enough time to wait for them to pass you, then go to where you need to go.
Mhm.
I was able to time it out by watching because they kind of go in a circle, like a pattern. It's pretty easy to observe. You just go the opposite way.
Sinister, do you think that you could tell Johnny Arrow to be like, hey, new party, some other people are talking about throwing a party, thinking of having it tonight, like, and tell them that tomorrow, so they'll actually be there with some people?
I mean, he's not the sharpest nail in the box,
All
so it'd probably be easy.
right. Yeah. That maybe tell them to get there at 3. So Grundy can tell them, like, yeah, I think around 2:45, when they start, or maybe whatever works, to get him over there at 3, not sooner.
I could probably challenge him because he's like, oh, goal driven and stuff like that. I'd be like, who throws a sicker party than you? You got 2 people locked up. Huh?
What a loser.
Right?
Gold driven.
People locked up.
I love that. Yeah. All right. All right. Oh, but it's got to be tomorrow night, I guess, since I don't think we're staying here on night 7. I imagine probably tonight, maybe tomorrow night,
Yeah.
and then the 7th day.
We could. It's gotta be one of those things where it's gotta be planned out perfectly. And if we include Johnny Arrows, we're at the behest that this knucklehead goes out at the right time. So
Ugh.
we gotta have a contingency for Johnny Arrows.
2 thoughts that I couldn't check Ashfar's thing. I don't think she's added to the campaign. Does anyone know sending? Like if shit just hits the fan? Breatheth? Breatheth? Breatheth!
What? What?
Shh, I'm in your head. Shh. Hush.
Lay back down.
Do you know sending? Is that a thing that you can do?
Let me just think about it for a bit.
Okay.
I'll
So,
get back.
second thought, while Breeless and she'll go around. We might have to, like, even if we can use sending and tell the Sky Pirates, like, hey, we got it, and we're trying to get the F off the island. Like, we have to actually get off the island. Can anyone fly one of these? I mean, I think we've gotten pretty good at, like, manning a ship. But should we have someone out there near that ferry that's docked? I mean, there's like 3 different ferries out there. We have someone, like, ready to take one?
I don't think I'll be if I'm sneaking around and doing like steely stuff. I don't think I can make it there in time.
I think, like, I mean, we do have a captain for a reason, right? Like, Lizana,
if she's-
you've been learning a lot
I
from
mean-
Kip, right? Like,
Yeah, and Breelith has too as far as navigating.
that could work out.
I can learn it.
What?
But
I
if you're
thought
the
you did it
distraction.
already. What?
Okay, maybe I can be a distraction. So Breelith can do that. Or I
That's
can
great.
try and do that if Breelith should be the distraction. I'm
I'm
fine
able to
either
do
way.
some spells, but I don't have many components unless you can find me some eyelash encased in wax.
Oh,
That'd be cool.
yeah.
Or if you can find me an eyelash encased in like stuff, I can do things.
Nice. Oh, cool, wicked. Relitz, do you know, have you considered at all whether you can do sending?
Do it. I can do it. I got it.
Okay.
I'll know it in the morning.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. All right, listen. Can you tell, like, oh, you don't know, you can't do it now. Okay. We'll save it. Save it until we're like, I don't know, should we tell them ahead of time so they have time to get to us?
Oh no, you know what? I don't know if I can do that. You need a full rest, right? Like reset your
You do,
spells?
yeah.
Then no. Oh, I don't know it. I'm sorry.
All right, all right. I'll check later and see if Ashenbar knows. All right, let's get some
Wait,
sleep.
let me see something. Let me see what I can do. Hold on.
Okay.
Well, once I snitch, there's no telling if they're gonna take me along with them or they're gonna leave me
Mm,
that general area.
mm-hmm.
But if they do take me, I will be in the pier area near the boats at least.
Okay. So it
So
sounds
that's
like you're
another
part
option.
of that part. of the
Well,
plan.
the boat is in.
Maybe there's a 50-50 chance.
Those will that'll they're actually just to prepare you. They're on opposite sides of the island. These boats are like
Oh,
dry docked and set up. You'll find out tomorrow what they're set up for. And it's in those that they go, but the actual like the airships are docked on the western side of the island. So you want to plan
okay.
for that to figure out how to get Grundy all set. Or maybe Grundy just finishes and gets dropped off after finishes the course.
Gonna see if my Song of Rest could do anything, but no, it just gives us hit dice.
Oh, okay. All right, all right. It's late, and I know they're gonna wake us up early. I mean, obviously, I can tell. We can tell. Let's get some sleep, and if you all sit within 30 feet of me at whatever the next meal is they let us have, we can coordinate again and solid.
This place is food.
Yeah. All right, and everyone's with that, everyone's able to drift off to get some sleep. Liazana, as you're falling asleep, you find trying to get comfortable in these kind of almost cots here. They're bunk beds, but they're rigid.
Mhm.
And
She's used to it.
okay, right, that's right. So at one point you lay on your back, like, oh man, just trying to, ribs kind of hurt, ache a little from the day. And you suddenly feel this heavy, almost not crushing, but very heavy pressure, like on your chest and stomach, like your torso. Before you fall asleep. You
She's gonna open her eyes and like look around.
Okay. Oh, it's a little hard to breathe because sitting crisscross applesauce on your chest is Tyriana von Sutcliffe. Oh,
Kinky.
this place looks terrible. Why are you here again? And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Yeah.
Yay!
That was perfect. That was perfect.
Nice.
Incredible.
Oh man, I knew she'd find me.
Awesome.
Nice. Good job, Dan.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you all as well for being here. You rock. It's so nice hanging out with you all.
Yay.
And amazing, amazing, amazing role play and all the magic. I absolutely love it. Oops. So I'm going to share for anyone that's new here. Thank you, firstly, for the raids tonight. And
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
for everyone hanging out with us. Such a pleasure to have you here, viewers. If you had fun and enjoyed, oh, why is this way down here? That's so weird. And enjoyed what you saw, I hope that you'll. My gosh, it's pulling that old schedule for some reason. I hope you'll consider giving us a follow. You can catch up and be notified whenever we go live with our content, and we have a ton of content. Here's the schedule finally. A lot of D&D in the evenings. We have a number of amazing art shows. D&D campaign, 4.5 year campaign being turned into a webtoon. Christy sharing all of her incredible master mini painter insights with Steph and all of us, and I love it. Different games that Trisha does, Mad Games at dusk on Sunday evenings. There's some stuff in the morning. Just look at all this fun stuff. Come on in and,
So
and
good.
hang out with us. Thank you again, Dan. I'm so bad at multitasking. I'm so sorry for hanging out. You've been watching En Extremis, our Saturday night campaign, Sky Pirate campaign. I know we're in a boot camp situation here. It's a little different than the huge. But I feel like it's coming to a head here. We've got, 2 days, 1 night to figure out what's happening. You've got the insights, you kind of know where to go, what roughly, general idea of what's going on in there, what
Yep.
you're looking for at least. I'm eager for you to find this out and see how you all manage to tackle it. Yee! We're gonna raid our friends over at Blackwater D&D, so please consider giving a
Nice.
call bad bird raid. And hope to catch you all next week or sooner, but hopefully at least next week to find out what happens next. Take care, everyone. Have a great night.
Bye.
Bye.